me, come with a real. He hip in the front, so you get my meals. I'm gunning for the money in the bank. Come on with a dank, scrolling in the tank, rolling with the gang. You sit and I on the sideline tripping. I go to the hole with the rock like Pippin. Yeah. I'm okay.
What up, welcome back to Woodward Heavyweights Live, WoodwardSports.com. He's doing my Snorex.
What up,
Chris,
though?
Nicholas Koloff, just in the building. Skywalk in the building. Smash like button, be friend. Smash. Detroit Lions camp was getting testy. So I had to grab my phone. Almost went somewhere weird. Had to reach out to one of our beat reporters, Nolan Bianchi, will be joining the show to break down everything going on with that one, including a couple guys have been written off, I'd say, were performing today in camp. Obviously, no pads. We still like to hear these things. Yeah. Because we were down and out on them. And I don't remember reading these things about these gentlemen last year. So I'm on the up and up about it. I'm going to be positive about it. Absolutely.
Got to be positive about positive feedback.
All right?
Hell yeah.
You'd be surprised. One day last year, I said Jared Goff looks phenomenal.
That's true.
I think he's going to have a great year. And I was told I was wrong.
Yeah, you're told he wasn't. He didn't look phenomenal.
He didn't look phenomenal.
And he wasn't going to have a great year.
Didn't look. I mean, that's just insane stuff.
That shit was so funny.
It is crazy.
No, he doesn't. Wow, how could you say that?
Different level of
he looked good. I think what?
Yeah. I don't even understand it, man. Rest in peace to Ozzy Osbourne as well. The legend passed away at 76 today. Did his final send-off 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
What are the odds of that? I mean, that's
pretty high. I think it was. I think it was an assisted suicide, which was the way that Ozzy Osbourne went.
Wait, did you read that, or you just?
Yes, he was in pretty heavy stage dementia, and he was not in great shape. So I think they gave him one send off, and then the Prince of Darkness ended his reign. And it's sad, he's a legend, but he lived a long life. He did a lot of crazy things. He's one of my go-to karaoke songs is War Pigs. So shout out to Ozzy Osbourne, man. Rest in peace.
I did not know that part. That's kind of crazy. Is that legal in London, I guess?
Yeah. I mean, I think it should be legal anywhere. I wouldn't want to live not knowing my family's faces and stuff like that. So, but rest in peace to Ozzy. Like I said, absolute legend. One of the pioneers of metal, one of the pioneers of hardcore. So, just an absolute legend, man. Love him. And it sucks, but rest in peace. He lived a very, very rich and bountiful life, and he will forever be immortalized as one of the biggest legends of his genre, rightfully so.
Even in a little bit of the rap genre, Crazy Train would not be. Or what is Crazy Train the sample of?
Yeah, I don't know.
Let's go. If you want it, you could get it. Let me know.
I don't know. I know they sampled Ozzy Osbourne for that one.
Oh yeah, the song Crazy. We're going out the rails on the Crazy Train.
But a rap group sampled it.
Yeah.
You want some? Come get some.
Yeah, I don't know that song. I know what you're talking about though.
Shout out to the legend.
Shout out.
Any words on Ozzy, Nick?
No, I didn't know much about him. I'm not going to come up here and lie to you. I know how big of a figure he was, though, in the music industry. So, R.I.P., although he probably, I don't know if he was worshiping any gods, but I know
Prince of Darkness lives on forever.
Exactly.
Do you know he used to bite the heads off of bats?
I've heard that. That is one thing I knew about him.
Savage, dude.
I'm a savage.
Kanye used Crazy Train in Jail Part 2.
Okay. Yeah.
Crazy Train.
Guess who's going to jail tonight? Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, duh.
Guess who's going to jail tonight?
I'm listening to that now when I get off.
Yeah.
That's a great song, too.
That is a great song. Donda is such a slept-on album.
Didn't he bring out Ozzy for the performance, or no? He brought up Charles Manson. That's who he brought out, yeah. For
Marilyn Manson.
Or Marilyn Manson.
Nobody's bringing Charles Manson out anywhere.
It'd be terrifying if he did.
To be fair, if somebody were to,
it would be Kanye, for sure.
Kanye. That's very fair, actually. California and Canada allow assisted. I don't know if I'm going to say that word on YouTube.
Assisted
deleting.
Deleting. Yeah, assisted deleting. I mean, Answer was letting it fly on BDE the other day, but I don't think you're supposed to say it on YouTube.
Oh, is he the one that? Why was Anson saying it?
He was talking about some card guy that was selling fakes who unalived himself.
Moving on.
Yeah.
Football. Yeah, we're going to have Nolan Bianchi on. Talking about Terrion Arnolds. Alex Anzalone we're going to talk about as well today. He spoke with the media.
J-Mo, I got some J-Mo video that I kind of want to. We can all just glaze J-Mo because I'm back, bitches. Everything he was. There's literally nobody on this planet can hate J-Mo. Like all of the J-Mo haters, after you hear what he said in this, like there's nothing you could say to be like, he's not dialed in, he's immature, he's this, he's that. No, he's ready to fucking go. And he's talking like a vet. He's sounding like a vet. And so put the Oakleys away because J-Mo's gonna have a good season.
Phil says Charles Manson was a decent songwriter.
He could have been.
He could have been.
What song did he write?
It could have been a hidden skill.
I think there is a song that he did write that was a hit, actually, if I'm not mistaken. Did you know? It's more conspiracy than it is truth, but there's like evidence behind it. Did you ever heard of MK Ultra? I think we talked about that before.
Yeah.
The government was trying to experiment with mind control, so they would let Charles Manson, because he gathered the cult,
because he could do it.
They were trying to study him, to figure out how he was doing it. So they could have the
it's
mind
like
control
the NFL,
access.
copycat league, man. You're trying to control the masses. You look at a guy who does it pretty well, and you copy some of his tactics.
All right. We're done with Charles Manson. I'm ready for this J-Mo video.
All right.
Rip it, Lotto.
We're doing it right now?
Oh, I thought that's what you wanted.
We can. I was going to say we could use it as a segment, or we could do it right now.
Okay. Well, I'll let you be the coach.
Let's do it right now. This is from the media sessions today, and this is Jameson Williams just talking about kind of his mindset going into this year and what's been nice about camp so far.
Going through the plays, going through the motions, it feels a lot better, knowing what you have to do and knowing what you got, what routes you got, what's the split, and things like that. So, it's always feels good just knowing what you can do.
I know you're always a team guy, and that's the goal first. But just curious, 1,000 yards, 7 touchdowns last year. Is there anything that you kind of set up for yourself, or any individual goals that
Nah. I don't really set goals. My goal was to make it to the NFL. I'm here now. I got to win. That's my goal. Win.
I saw after a play too. I think it was Keeney James that you were like. It looked like giving him pointers or something like that.
What'd you say?
It looked like Keeney James after one of those plays. You were like explaining something to him. Do you feel more comfortable doing those type of things as well?
Yeah, because hearing what, like just sitting back and watching everybody meet, like I said, knowing what's going on and what the plays is and everything. Seeing just one little mistake, I can just go out there and help him fix everything. And just next play, he won't have no more mess ups and nothing like that. So, I'm just trying to help everybody be the best they could be, including myself.
What are your impressions of John's offense?
Oh, I love it. He attacking every aspect of the game. And, he real aggressive. I just like that about him. I love it about him. The way he coaches, the way he calls his plays, how he attack the game and everything.
A lot to dissect there, but I mean, pretty much everything to love out of what Jameson Williams said. You heard him saying, being obviously a veteran now in the NFL. This is his 4th year in the league, so he is a vet. He is a guy that says, you come in and now you know where you're at. You know your job, you know your role, you know what they ask of you. So he's so comfortable coming into camp knowing he's just going to get there and get to work. Oh, yeah, 1,000 yards last year, that was sweet. Whatever you're looking for, I don't care. I'm not worried about the first team All-Pro that some sportscasters in this city might expect him to be this year. I'm not worried about making a Pro Bowl. I'm worried about winning fucking ball games. I already got my dream. I'm playing in the league. Now I'm worried about winning. Oh, yeah, these younger wide receivers trying to make a name, trying to get into the league, trying to accomplish that dream that I accomplished. I'm going to help them out a little bit. Listen, when you're coming out of your cut, you should do something else. This is where Goff likes the ball on his out routes, different things like that. And then obviously meshing with Johnny Morton. We've already talked about how he's going to bring the best out of Jameson Williams with his offensive play calling and what he likes to do. But this is just what you love to hear out of a guy, how much he's matured since he's been in the league and just become that veteran and become a leader on this offense. So you'd love to see him double what he did last year, go out there and be that dog all season long and really show everybody, like, listen, I was drafted as a top 15 pick in this league for a reason. I was going to be the number 1 receiver off the board if I didn't get hurt in the championship game, and this is why. So I love J-Mo, man. I'm excited to see what he can do this year.
Yeah, the part that's like kind of trippy for me is I remember specifically just hearing Amon-Ra in these same media sessions talking about, I have to tell J-Mo to like slow down sometimes, or I had to tell him, Jared likes the ball out of his break like this, or sometimes like don't just go full speed out of your breaks, like just run the route. And now obviously he's matured to this level where every day, Spinny, I'm inching towards your all-pro statement not being crazy. It still feels crazy, but I definitely he's going to have a big year,
They've
without
called
a
me
doubt.
a madman in the past.
He talked about Johnny Morton giving him more routes.
Yeah.
And I don't necessarily think that was anything he wasn't. I don't think Ben was holding him back. I know KG and I were talking in the back. He's saying like Ben may have been holding him back, but I'm like, I don't know. He's developing. Like we're watching this like happen in real time. It makes sense because like his first year, his actual rookie year, was kind of null and void.
Yes.
You know, he started like a year later and all this stuff, and that's a different talent level. That's what I'm trying to say with Giovanni Manu. People be patient with that one. J-Mo, I think now we're going to see what he's going to be in the National Football League, probably no matter where he's at.
And you talk about like, you know, that was the shtick with the people that hated Jameson
This
Williams.
is a crazy poll.
Was that he? Yeah, it is. Honestly,
That's wild.
but you hear the shtick with the people. Oh, he's immature. Oh, he's not focused on football, which was never true. Like, they don't draft guys that aren't focused and love football. Jameson Williams, by all accounts of every player or any coach that has been in the Lions organization, all he cares about is winning. All he cares about is helping those around him, being out there with his guys, and playing winning football. And you see that in the way he plays when he's blocking downfield. You see that in the happiness and pure joy that the guy has on his face all the time when he's playing football, because he knows it's a blessing.
Yeah.
And like, he doesn't take any of this for granted, and he's here to win. So I'm glad that people look at Jameson Williams in a good light now for the most part, and it's only going to get brighter because the dude's just going to start making plays this year even more.
Winning cures all.
Yep.
I was listening to Sam Laporta last night with Tim 20-man, and it's funny because they draft these guys in the same mold, like just football guys. And Sam Laporta was asked the same question by Tim 20-man because I expect a big jump out of him too, but he's talking about his advancements and how the way he sees the game. We've talked about before. Amon-Ra expects a year out of Sam Laporta for that very reason. And so with that, you know, Tim 20-man's like, hey, have you set a goal? You know, I know a lot of athletes are regimented. A lot of guys set these goals, and you know, and he's like, no, I don't. My goal is winning. I'm just trying to go see the game better so I can help the team any way I can. If that's blocking, if that's picking up a route, whatever it may be, like that's what my goal is. And there may be some. I don't know. There's got to be a goal. No,
I truly don't think there is, and I think you see that stemming.
Amon-Ra has a
top
goal
down.
every year.
Well,
we love
yeah.
him for it.
Amon-Ra's an assassin, but like
Different breed.
These guys, they're so bought into winning right now, and you see it with the coaches wearing the salty shirt. You know, the unfinished business and the stuff that shit is fucking with them, dude. The way the season ended last year, the way that shit is fucking with these guys.
David
man.
Montgomery
They are
called
so locked
it
in.
the year of reckoning.
A year of reckoning. Like, you just won 15 games, and you can tell that's why I fucking love this shit, because it doesn't mean shit to them. And it shouldn't to you. Everybody that holds on to it, yeah, they just won 15 games. They're the number one seed in the NFC. That doesn't matter at all. You got your ass kicked in the first round or in your first playoff game. That's what matters. That's the only thing that matters. You saw the Eagles wearing those gaudy-ass championship rings. That's what matters. That's the only thing that matters. You see all these teams having parades down their city and their fans freaking out and flooding the streets. That's what matters. That's the only thing that matters. You're not holding banners, celebrations, and you're not driving down the street in buses for 15-win seasons and NFC North championships. These guys know that this shit means more. You see them so dialed into every fucking training camp. You got guys that are waiting on contracts but still showing up so they could be there with the boys, because they asked Alex Anzalone, well, what are the thoughts about this team?
Hey,
this
relax.
year? He said,
Save
"We're gonna
that
win
for
a fucking
later."
Super Bowl. That's all that matters to these guys.
I believe Jameson Williams, this is obviously just a big difference from being a 21-year-old and being a 24-year-old now in year 4. Like, you could just see the maturity of a young wide receiver in this league. And I honestly think he does probably have a goal, Eazy, but he's never going to say that in the press where he could get picked apart, misconstrued like the way he
Very
was
true.
in his first 3 seasons, because that's what Jameson's career has been. Anything he says gets taken out of context, and he probably does have a goal for himself, and it's probably really high, but he gave the right answer, and it's all about the team. It's about getting wins, and that's the maturity that you've seen out of a 24-year-old.
That's a great point, because I remember specifically someone asking Amon-Ra what his goal was. He's like, my lock screens, my pass, all that stuff like that. And I said, what is it? He's like, it's for me to know. It's my goal.
Yeah, that's Nick made an excellent point. It's about it's he has something internal. I would say it's probably first team All Pro. I would think that Jameson thinks that highly of himself, has that belief in himself that he and Amon-Ra can do that together. I think that they really believe that. Now, whether that's going to actually happen or not, but that I believe is his goal. But yes, you're right. He's not going to say it, Nick, because he's been criticized for everything. He tried to be involved in the community and got criticized for that. Like everything he's tried to do, no matter what, he's been criticized for, and most times unfairly, although it was fair to criticize that McDonald's burger, whatever he was doing.
Yeah,
that
shit was nasty.
That was crazy.
Wendy's just came out of a burger specifically for J-Mo. It was Takis and nacho cheese, it looked like.
That's probably a good burger. Probably better better than the Mc. Listen, dude. That was the thing that pissed me off more than people being mad at him for giving out water in the hood. Like, being mad at him for eating hot Cheetos and cheese, that shit's gas, dude. Why would you be mad at him for that?
Are people really mad about that?
Like, oh, what is this? He shouldn't be eating that. He's an NFL receiver. Dude, the best. You could talk to anybody who's been around, upper echelon talent like that, like Jameson Williams level athletic talent. The guys that are meal prepped and the guys, I'm pretty sure Lindsey Hunter told me this. The guys that meal prep and have their diet set out.
The guys that need it.
Everything like that are D3 guys. The D1 guys, the 5-star guys, they show up eating Skittles and a honey bun and then go out there and drop 40.
So the guys who are regimented like that, with a diet like that, most of them are the guys that need it.
Yes.
Yeah. J-Mo's guy can just hop in.
No, God-given.
Yeah.
Dude, Micah Parsons looks like that wide neck guy. You know what I'm talking about?
You guys hear those Jerry Jones comments?
You know the wide neck guy, the guy I'm talking about? Micah Parsons looks just like him right now.
Jerry Jones saying, want to pay him to go play 6 games?
Yeah.
That was crazy.
Going ahead and miss 6 games when he missed 4 games. He got the number of games wrong. Jerry Jones is going to fucking that's going to go south with Micah.
Micah retweeted it. He retweeted J.J. Watt shitting on it.
What happened?
Yeah, Jerry Jones and Micah Parsons.
No.
So Jerry Jones
having his own press conference.
Yeah,
Jerry Jones had his own press conference?
It was like a team one. I don't know. They panned over from the coach to Jerry Jones, and I don't even know if the question was asked or if it was. I think he just came out and said it.
Yeah.
Or he was like, talking about Micah Parsons' contract. He's like, "Why I pay this guy? You only pay him all this money. He missed 6 games last year. Don't forget that. I paid a quarterback. I made him the highest paid player in the league. He missed 2/3 of the season." Yeah, it felt very unprompted. I didn't watch the entirety of the press conference.
I just saw the clip.
Yeah, I saw the clip, but it felt unprompted.
I mean, are we surprised? Jerry Jones is dementia-ridden. I'm surprised he hasn't offered Micah Parsons a $20,000 contract and be like, "That's what you guys make. It's still the '60s."
Well, I saw somebody point out too, they weren't hesitant to give Trayvon Diggs money. There's another player like that they reset a market with too, but when it came to Micah Parsons, the best player on your team,
doesn't make sense.
I don't know.
They signed Deron Bland for a $25 million a year contract, but you're not going to pay Micah Parsons.
Yeah, I guess.
Good luck, Jer.
Maybe, because honestly, so the thing did happen with Dak. Paid him, got hurt. Trayvon Diggs got hurt last year, too. After he got paid
Bland
as well.
got hurt, too.
And Deron Bland, yeah, that's probably why he's...
So the Lions should trade for Micah Parsons, is what you're saying.
That would be...
Coming up next.
Stay tuned.
3 first-round picks.
Remember when?
Would you do it?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
We
Why
were
not?
in the Super Bowl.
I would, too. All right, tell us about Planet Fitness.
Planet Fitness, the home of the judgment-free zone where everybody can get a full body workout in 30 minutes, and all memberships include fitness training. If you're a teenager, age 14 to 19, you can go work out for free all summer long. If you're trying to go work for free. If you're trying to stay in shape for football or soccer or whatever you're doing in the fall, check out Planet Fitness. You can join in club or online. It's the high school summer pass. Available until August 31st. Planet Fitness, where your fitness is essential.
The boys of summer are ready to get back to the playoffs, and there's no better place to get your Tigers coverage than Woodward Sports. Join us all season long as we follow as our hometown Tigers claw and fight. This ball is gone. Boys are back in town. Feel the roar with Woodward Sports.
How do people feel about getting a Planet Fitness membership for $15 a month? How do they like working out in a clean and spacious gym that's filled with equipment for every workout? And how about free fitness training in the judgment-free zone that leaves them feeling energized all day long? Join Planet Fitness today with the free PF app, online or in club, and start getting that big fitness energy for $15 a month.
We don't like to brag that we are the toughest sports network in Detroit, but we do have a guy named Darren McCarty on our side. Woodward Sports.
MassageChairhouse.com is where you guys need to go right now, where you scan the QR code and get your massage chair fitted personally for you by my guy, Dr. Eric Duncan, the leader of massage chair review channels on the interwebs. Check him out on YouTube. This is my guy, Dr. Eric Duncan. Go check him out. Also at the corner of Long Lake Road in Woodward and Bloomfield Hills for Massage Chair House. The All-Pros, the Hall of Famers, they all shop there. Join them. MassageChairhouse.com. Bonjour. Welcome back to Woodward Heavyweights Live, WoodsportsCom. Eazy on my Small Raxter. Chris Nichols Koloff.
Let's go.
Smash the like button, be a friend, tell a friend, share the stream. I don't know where to start this show. There's so many things coming out of practice today. I'm going to ask you, Spinny. You want to go with Dan Campbell calling the timeout because things are a little too rowdy? We also got Alex Anzalone, probably the most important piece, but I have like a minute-long piece if you want that as well. Actually, I said a minute-long piece, but where do you want to take this one? Because I know you already did a show today.
100%. Well, I'd be down to. Do you have to send in? Do you got to send in the Anzalone clip? Because if that's not in there, then we could just do the.
We got one. We'll talk about practice getting rowdy.
Yeah.
Allegedly, and we're gonna have the facts, confirmation, an eyewitness report from my guy Nolan Bianchi here shortly. But we're getting a little chippy today. Things were getting chippy all week. I don't know if you guys remember the first day at camp. Allegedly, our guy Christian Mahogany had a run-in with Derek Barnes, put him on the ground. Barnes was a big fan of that one. Today, things getting a little chippy, specifically between Mo Norris and Isaac Tesla.
It's Tesla.
Yeah, I guess Mo Norris caught Tesla across the middle. Tesla wasn't a fan of it. Kirby Joseph had caught Tim Patrick. Tim Patrick wasn't a fan of it. But the thing that set things loose was the injury. Not the injury, I probably.
Jesus, dude.
I'm sorry. Was the hit to Isaac Tesla, unprompted. And Dan Campbell called a timeout in practice, let the boys have it, and he sent Mo Norris home.
Like he hit him? Like tackled him?
That's what I asked Nolan. We got to get the
I mean,
Nolan.
hey, man.
And allegedly, Isaac already dealing with a little bit of a knee situation. He has a sleeve on. So that could have been another reason why, too. And I get it. Keep these guys healthy. We just talked about the Philadelphia Eagles who won the Super Bowl at 22 starters out of 22 starters.
21, yeah. It's I mean, I'm not going to read too much into it. Nobody's going to try to hurt anybody out there.
No, I'm not saying that at all.
Yeah, you want to tone it back a little bit, and it seems like Dan Campbell did exactly that. He stopped practice and said, yo, stop fucking doing that. Started practice again. Somebody else did it, so he kicked them out.
Stop that shit.
Yeah, I mean, it.
You got to keep these guys safe, man. We literally were just the victims of injuries last season.
Yeah, and it's the defense's tenacity for sure, because, like, the defense is probably getting cooked out there when they're not allowed to tackle and they're not allowed to do stuff like that. So that makes them a little bit upset, like, oh, you know, he never would have caught that if I could have hit him first. Yeah. So they get a little extra. But, yeah, Mo Norris, you can't be doing that. And like I said, Dan Campbell got him out of there for a reason.
Don't forget, Mo Norris, the same guy got tossed last year against the Giants joint practice. Mm-hmm. I actually said in that video when we decapitated Eric Gray. I don't know if you guys remember the hit that popped the helmet off. But listen, I like it from all sides. I get it.
Hell yeah, you do.
Hell yeah, brother. Listen, I like my defense to be aggressive. That is almost like the intention of the defense in my mind. Like, you have to attack. You got to attack an offense too, but you want to get the ball from these guys. You want to get these guys on the ground. I like that's a mentality. I think Kirby said it in his post-practice interview, was like, I'd rather tell you slow it down than have to tell you to get it up. You know, and I'm fine with that. I also appreciate Dan Campbell for being like an actual leader and having the balls set shit straight. Look, email like that deep down inside, but you got to keep your guys safe. Mm-hmm. You want to. This is like especially for a guy like Isaac Tesla, or especially for a guy like Mo Norris. Like, this is a learning phase. This is where we're supposed to iron out your game. Yeah. And those guys specifically, Isaac Tesla will be on the team because you gave a fuck ton of capital to get him, and it's his rookie year. But Mo Norris, like, you're fighting for your job, brother. Yeah. You know, like, you got to stay off that bullshit and stay schematic. That's what we need you to iron out right now. Mm-hmm. Don't get anybody hurt.
Don't get anybody hurt. Yeah, and Dan's got to shut shit like that down, and he did. But to all accounts, he shut it down, and he made sure that they realize, you know, yeah, the tenacity has to be there. Yeah, you want your defense to be aggressive, but if there's no pads on, what are we doing?
But there's a lot of I can't say that. I figure there's a lot of coaches that wouldn't take the time to break that up, or at least probably not the expectation for Dan Campbell outside of Detroit, or because he's supposed to be the macho man, non-brain dude.
But he knows. He's not stupid. He's not a dumb guy. And he knows that shit like that can't be happening because you can't allow stuff like that to progress, which will eventually probably lead to somebody getting injured, God forbid. So, they're all competitors out there. You got a team full of alphas, and they're going to play like that. So nobody's going to back down, so you got to be the one to shut shit down.
And this is the start for, Tesla to get used to the physicality. I mean, obviously they're bringing it already, no pads. Like, this is going to welcome to the league, kid. This is a big step for him. That's probably going to be the biggest thing in his development if he does get time this season, is going to be the physicality of, obviously the NFL.
Shout Cartier, who tunes in frequently. He
Shout
is
out.
crashing out over this news.
He's rage baiting. That's what he does.
Okay, I say it's good news. What do you mean? Like, it was getting too physical. He took the time out.
Yep.
He sent the instigator home. That's what you want. I ain't mad at that at all. Shout out to DNC ENT who stopped using the space bar. I'm not reading that one. Shout out to Sandy as well. Paper Chungus, Dumbo Jumbo, Dumbo Dan will have half the team sus injured by week 8.
Paper Chungus is also rage baiting. He's been doing it for a couple weeks now. Stick's old, man.
Yeah, I'm not. There's nothing to crash out about. We're commending it.
No.
I got nothing.
Yeah, if you're crashing out, you're not a real person.
All right. Let's get an in-person encounter from our guy, Nolan Bianchi. Let's head to break. Tell us about Feldman.
Feldman Chevrolet is Michigan's #1 Chevy dealer with 5 locations in Highland, New Hudson, Novi, Livonia, and Lansing. This month's specials include a 2025 Silverado 1500 Crew lease for $189 a month. And you can also get a 2026 Equinox LT lease for $209 a month. This offer ends August 10th, so get in there quick. Feldman Chevrolet.
No one gives away more cash and prizes than Woodward Sports. You don't believe us? Here's our latest $10,000 winner.
You guys posted, hey, if you guess all this stuff right, we'll give it's $10,000. I'm like, okay, well, why the hell not?
And the winning doesn't stop there. How about our Outkick Your Coverage winner?
I think you won. We got Tully, everybody. This guy's got a hot girl.
Bigger prizes, bigger giveaways, cash, merch, tickets, and more. All from the biggest sports network in Detroit. No one does it bigger and better than Woodward Sports. Make sure you're following, liking, subscribing on Instagram, Facebook, X, and YouTube for your chances to share in the winning. From Detroit's #1 sports network, Woodward Sports.
Hey, it's Stick from Woodward Sports. I'm out here at the Feldman shop, of course, because they are #1 people. And the Ineos Grenadier, that's the new car that they got. But I got my man here, the Sun God. I'm not lying. His name is Amon-Ra.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
He sold me a car.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What's up? Come see us out here, baby. We in Waterford. We got the pre-owns all day. We got the Grenadiers, and we got new Chevys all day. Whatever you need, we got you.
Yeah, and I went with this one. I like it. 2023 Durango. It's used. Only got like 30,000 miles on it. And this guy, man, I was like, listen, this is my price. You either make it happen or I'm out of here.
Easy.
You know what he did? Went to his boss. He's like, I'm making this happen for this guy. Came back, threw the contract on the table. Now I'm in the whip.
Yes, sir. Sign, drive, 0 down, easy money all day.
All right, Feldman, what's the address here? Do you know?
5300 Highland Road, Waterford, Michigan, 48327. Open until 6 o'clock every weekday except 9 o'clock on Mondays and Thursdays. It's 4 o'clock on Saturdays. Only day we're not here for you is Sunday. Every other day we're here to get it done, baby.
And his legit name is Amon-Ra. I'm not lying. It was destined. It was meant to be. Woodward Sports found this guy. So thank you very much, man. Enjoying the car, and the kid likes it too. It's nice and safe.
Congratulations to the real Coach of the Year, Motor City Dan Campbell.
Just put your head down and go to work. It's about to be fun, man. It's about to be fun.
Woodward Sports.
ShopJars.com is where you guys need to go to find one of the best 27 locations across the great state of Michigan. It's top shelf quality, unmatched variety price for you, the people. Visit ShopJars.com. What up, though? Welcome back to Whatever Waits Live, WoodsportsCom. It means joined by Smell Raxter, Chris, Nicholas Koloff, and we are also joined by my guy, Nolan Bianchi. I miss the claps. Oh, there we go.
What's going on, guys?
How you doing?
Sorry about the delay.
It's hard to find good help these days, you know.
I'm excited to be here. I wore my Wingstop shirt, for the Heavyweights pod. So
there we go.
I try to be on theme.
I appreciate that.
Easy. Did you get a new co-host? Is this Graham Glasgow over here?
Hey, hey man, I'm just trying to get through camp. Really trying to play right guard. Feeling pretty good.
Not
though.
Center?
No, not center. No, I'm really comfortable at right guard. Yeah.
Good bet.
Yeah.
Let's start there, man. So yesterday they said the defense dominated 7-on-7s. Was that like? I mean, is that a takeaway for the offense? Takeaway for the defense, or is that just a good day for the defense? Leave it alone.
I mean, it's just a good day for the defense, especially like this early. Like the 7-on-7 periods are definitely slanted towards the offense because it's just there's so much more ground to cover, so much more space for guys to run to, put defenders in conflict, all that kind of stuff. But when it comes to like, I mean, it was probably 8 plays like that we're talking about. Like when you talk about like dominating a 7-on-7 period, it's not very long. So. Yeah, I mean, like there are guys on that defense who have been impressing. I think Terrion Arnolds being one of them. But as far as like reading too far into 7-on-7 stuff, I probably wouldn't do that at this stage. Once we get closer to the end of the year or end of the camp, and you can kind of take the totality of it. But yeah, defense playing well, but the offense looks pretty good too.
And I heard Terrion was tearing it up today.
Yeah, and speaking of overreacting to small things that happen in camp, our entire chat is saying the season's over because Dan Campbell is running too physical of practices, obviously, with the extreme brawl that broke out in camp today that resulted in a ton of suspensions. They don't know what's going on. So could you clear the light on what happened in camp today?
Yeah, it was just a little rough, you got a lot of guys out there who are fighting for jobs, obviously, and they're playing every play like it's their last because they kind of have to do that to make the team. And I think today was kind of just I've never seen a player get kicked out of a practice before in my 4 years of doing this, so I think today was just kind of an anomaly, and all it really was like a couple of bang plays. There were 2 plays with Branch that come to mind where he probably should have let up, and you could tell Tim Patrick wasn't very happy with the contact that was made on the play. And then there was 2 plays by reserve safety Maurice Norris that kind of were the catalyst for Campbell pausing the practice to kind of say, hey, everybody cut it out. Like, this is getting a little bit out of control. But there were no injuries suffered because of it. They've had some injuries in the last couple of days, but they've all been like because of air or just operational stuff. Like Vaki, when he got his hamstring issue the other day, he was going through individual drills. He was just running routes and catching passes, and that's when they came over to him and checked on him. Ennis, there was a little bit of a collision on a passing play, but it was so incidental and just kind of a freak accident a little bit. And then with the injury to Roy Lopez that caused him to leave practice on Monday, that was just he got stepped on, and then the guy who stepped on him, his foot got twisted, so it kind of twisted Lopez's foot. And not anything that like is a result of how they're practicing, just kind of unfortunate run of some injury luck here. And honestly, like I don't think people would be as panicked about it had they not gone through the season that they had last year, where so many guys were out with injuries. But yeah, just kind of one of those. It's just football, baby.
Yeah, I like what Dan had to say, too. Like, I'm not going to change the way we've been experiencing success, and I like that he keeps that in mind with himself. Speaking of experiencing success, I got to ask this question. I know Terrion turned it up today. Some people question who was that quarterback during those PBUs, interceptions. Was that first-team offense? Was that Jared Goff, or was it some backups?
It was first-team offense. And so he the one interception that I saw, I think it was like the one-handed interception that's going around on Twitter probably, that was in one-on-ones. And so with that, I mean, it's exactly like it sounds. It's a quarterback, and it's a receiver and a cornerback, and it's very tough for the defensive back that's playing in that scenario because the wide receiver can just kind of run any kind of route they want. But, yeah, I wouldn't really, like, be concerned. Goff did throw those passes in the one-on-one, but I wouldn't be, concerned about that in any way. And then from the other 2 quarterback standpoint, like, they've been on fire. Like, as on fire as a reserve quarterbacks can be. through these first couple days here. I've been covering this team for 4 years. They've gone through a lot of different backup quarterbacks, and in training camp it looks rough. And you're kind of like going through these camp practices being like feel like I can't fully evaluate maybe what transpired here today, because if the quarterback isn't on point, then the whole operation is kind of screwed. So that has been a big development, I think, from this year's camp. Is Kyle Allen and Hendon Hooker have been very, very sharp through these first couple of days, and I think the entire team is benefiting from it, especially the defense, who's able to get good work against good quarterbacks.
And I know that, like, in 7-on-7 situations and in 1-on-1 drills as well, a guy like Jameson Williams is going to be getting open pretty often because of his obviously freakish speed and athleticism. But we heard the comments from him today talking about, helping other receivers, talking about feeling better and feeling like he knows what he's supposed to be doing. Outside of just looking great and, frankly, cooking Brian Branch today, what has Jameson Williams looked like to you that has changed from last year or the year prior?
His swagger this season has been undeniable. You saw it, I think it was yesterday. The days are already starting to blend together, but it was yesterday where he twice was in single coverage, man-to-man on his routes, and he didn't get the ball, and he wasn't very happy about it, and he let the sideline / quarterback / offensive coordinator know that he wasn't very happy about it. But I think that's fine. That's kind of what you want from a really good receiver. And I think what we've seen from Jameson Williams to this point in training camps is like this. It's like you're kind of watching with like a let's see how this goes type of approach. Whereas this offseason, he's very much locked in. I think you don't really have to worry about any of the stuff that you may have had to worry about in the past. Like, it's very interesting what happens when a player goes from could they break out to broken out. And I think he's kind of showing that the confidence that he gained from that 1,000-yard season last year is helping him, I would say. Like, I think he just very much is in the flow of things, a part of the team, and not necessarily is afraid to mess up, which I don't necessarily think that was the case in years past, but I do think that there was a lot of pressure on him to fix a lot of things, whether it be the drop passes, whether it be the ball tracking, whether it be getting on the same page with Jared Goff, that I just don't think is a concern anymore, and it looks like he's feeling that.
I see a lot of reports coming out about Marcus Davenport. Tons of good things. I heard he beat Penei Sewell. He's all over the place. How much can you take away from that when they're not on pads yet? Like, what are those reps looking like?
Not much. I mean, they're not doing any one-on-one drills. It's all, that's all happening in team periods, 11-on-11, and it's good. You'd certainly prefer that over him not making those plays, but at the same time, it's so hard to kind of judge whether something is real or not until those pads come on. So that's kind of what I'm looking forward to this Friday. They're going to put the pads on. But yeah, I mean, there's so many aspects of this team that is just hard to evaluate until the pads go on. And, one of them is obviously the run game, the run blocking, the pass rush, the run defense. So there's a lot of different things that are hard to kind of make generalizations about right now, just because of the fact that it's not real football. As Dan Campbell would say, they're in pajamas. So, wouldn't read too much into that, but like I said, you'd certainly prefer that over the alternative.
And again, I think the biggest point of contention for Detroit Lions fans about this team this year is that interior offensive line. And we know that, again, that can't really be settled until you see pads on and you see what these guys look like. But did Tate Ratledge again today take the first team snaps at center? Because we made the joke about me wanting to play right guard, but if Tate's ready to go at center, if they're comfortable with him at center, I would rather see him at center too, honestly.
Yeah.
I think it's the ideal outcome for this team. Yeah. I mean, Graham Glasgow has been kind of, played all over the place over the last couple of seasons, and he's obviously had to play some center during a couple stretches where Frank Ragnow's been hurt, and he's been fine. But ultimately, his best position is going to be right guard, and he struggled a little bit last year. But it's a tough situation that he was put in, and a guy with his kind of experience and his savviness, I think, has the ability to bounce back. Whether or not he actually will remains to be seen. But I think Tate Ratledge being able to lock down that center job from jump is going to solve a lot of problems, not just now, but in the future, because you don't want to be going into next year being like, well, we tried it out and he just wasn't ready. How do we approach this offseason? that's not a great place to be. And you prefer to have the answer at center, and you can figure out, guard wherever. Never mind the fact that they have a ton of guard depth. So like the future of that position is actually pretty bright. But yeah, if everything goes well and according to plan, Taylor Atledge will be playing center week 1, in my opinion. And there's no reason to believe otherwise. He's obviously playing first team center snaps so far this camp.
Now, for years now, it's felt like ever since we got Gibbs and we had Monty, you have these two great running backs. We've been talking about getting them on the field together, and it's never really happened. But I'm hearing out of camp, it is happening. I'm wondering, is this a situation where Monty's moving to fullback, or is Gibbs just optioning out to, a slot wide receiver? Like, what's going on in these situations where both those guys on the field together?
I think we've heard more talk about it than we have actually seen it on the field. But yeah, I think ultimately if that happens, it's not going to be a ton of 2 running back sets. It's going to be probably Jahmyr Gibbs splitting out as a wide receiver and David Montgomery playing running back. But I also wonder what they're doing to try and get Sione Vaki more snaps, because I do think that this team is very high on him, despite the fact that he didn't really get a lot of action last year. But it was his first ever season playing running back. He played his entire college career as a safety. I think he had 100 touches in his entire career. It might even be less than that when he was playing at Utah. But I am very curious, because I think that when you draft a guy in the 3rd round and you call him a running back, not a safety who can play running back, I think that's very notable. And he obviously hasn't been playing safety either in camp or practice or anything like that since he got here. So when you draft a guy in the 3rd round, you're going to try to find a way to make that work. And I feel like the stuff that you're talking about is a way to maybe get Gibbs more touches while keeping Montgomery on the field for those snaps, and then being able to sub Vaki in. That remains to be seen. Obviously, Vaki has been out with an injury. But as far as two running backs in the backfield, we haven't seen too much of that yet.
Okay. You also went a little viral today, too. You posted the very intimidating angle of Alex Anzalone, might add, too. I thought I was about to get beat up and get my money taken from him. I feel like a little awkward vibe, man. I see you post is weird, and he admitted it was weird as well. What's your read on that one, and maybe a prediction on what's going to happen in that situation?
I would say that it's weird. This is the leader of the defense. He's the first real free agent signing that this regime made, and we've seen the loyalty that they've showed to their guys to this point. Now, obviously, a lot of those guys outside of Jared Goff have been drafted guys, but it is something that really struck me when he was talking. We would ask, what is the holdup with the new contract? What are those conversations like? And he would say, you have to ask Dan and Brad. Now, obviously, Dan Campbell doesn't have much say over contractual decisions. Actually, let me walk that back. At the end of the day, it's Brad Holmes' job to get this done. But the fact that he keeps kind of name-dropping Campbell and all of this, I think is a little bit notable. And I wonder, if there's a little bit more of a disconnect than I think was originally given credit for. But yeah, like I said, it's weird. He said he kind of made it known that he wanted to be with this team a long time ago. He's obviously 30, so that's a little bit of a concern as it pertains to giving him a top of market or near top of market deal. So I would have to think that that's probably playing into their thought process a little bit. But I'm just generally surprised that they're not really making that much of an effort to bring him back. And I understand all the other stuff around it. And I think at the end of the day, when you're looking at this team, some good players are going to have to go. And it's just the reality of this business. It's the reality of a salary cap world, and especially so when you're drafting so well. And while I say it is weird, and it does make sense from that standpoint, but it is kind of a departure from the ethos that they have kind of had throughout the Brad Holmes and Dan Campbell tenure. So I would say that is what's weird about it. And the fact that I don't necessarily know that there's an end in sight, but he did say he would play without a new deal. So maybe that's what the Lions were hoping to hear all along. He's obviously here. He reported to camp. He also, Campbell said he crushed his conditioning test. But then he also suffered a hamstring in his conditioning test, which is strange. So like I don't know, like I don't want to like go on here and like accuse anybody of lying or anything like that, but it's just weird.
Yeah, it kind of feels like Dan has his back in a sense. Like you said, the fact that he would throw Dan in there along with Brad, with like asking those questions, and Dan got a little testy when asked originally. I think it was day one. It was about Alex Anzalone. I don't know.
Dan's probably like, just fucking bam, just like get the guy in.
Give him like, extend like 2 more
Possible.
years. You know, I don't know. It's tough because we got Aiden coming up. J-Mo's gonna make things very complicated. Like Brian Branch. Like I get from Brad's standpoint too. Like stuff's gonna get hard in a minute.
Yeah.
Pause.
And I think a point of contention. I believe what is like causing Anzalone to hold out or hold back if he's not holding out right now is the Derek Barnes deal that got done, because I think Anzalone believes, and rightfully so, that he should be the highest paid linebacker on this team. And what have you seen from Derek Barnes coming back? We heard he was talking about how he's ready to pick up where he left off, and that really all things were clicking for him before the injury. And how has he been utilized now? Obviously, you want him in the Sam role, but if Anzalone isn't there or isn't performing, are they moving him around, or what's going on with Derek Barnes?
Yeah, he's looked good. I mean, as has Aiden Hutchinson. You know, both those guys coming off severe injuries where you kind of they're well past their point of return. Both those guys were trying to make it back towards the end of the year last year. So the fact that they didn't, and then they had an additional 6 months or whatever it is, feels like 12 years at this point, to recover, I think is, you know, speaks to the lack of concern. I think that probably should be had with their comeback and their ability to kind of hit the ground running. So he's looked pretty good. As Zach Cunningham has been mainly filling in for Alex Anzalone. They've been running a lot of 3 linebacker, stuff. So they've all been out on the field. And I think that's kind of interesting as well, as the Zach Cunningham, featuring kind of as Alex Anzalone on the first team. Obviously, Malcolm Rodriguez is out, and that probably has something to do with it. But that was a guy that they signed as, a veteran who's done things in this league before. But sometimes those guys can just be camp bodies. But it doesn't seem like that's the case with him. So this linebacking core is really interesting right now. But yeah, Derek Barnes is going to remain a pivotal piece of this defense in that Sam role that was kind of created for him last year. And, you kind of have to think that if they're not going to bring back Alex Anzalone, maybe the plan is to eventually move him to that side.
Sorry to pester you with this question, too, because I know it's only day 3 and a lot's going on, but one of the steps I felt that Jack Campbell needed, stick with the linebackers here, is the coverage. I feel like the coverage could be just a little bit better, and he could probably enter even a top 10 conversation. Have you been able to keep an eye on that or catch anything like that so far in camp?
I haven't really noticed a ton of stuff with him, and like I said, it's just a weird time of year, kind of like you just mentioned. Yeah. But I would expect a big jump from him. Like there was significant development that was shown from year 1 to year 2, and that was kind of the last thing that he had to really pick up. And that's something I'm definitely going to be watching as this camp goes on, because that is the thing that can make him a complete linebacker, which can make him, like you said, one of the best in this league.
And then our sound guy, Nick, had a question as well. Our beat reporter for Tigers, how about that?
Shout out, yeah. Hey, Nolan, you talked about the interior offensive line with the rookie looking to start potentially with Tate. How about the interior defensive line with Tyleik Williams? I want to know if you believe he can be a difference maker in year 1 and has a guy like DJ Reader potentially taking him under his wing a little bit, for some veteran leadership.
I can't necessarily speak to the DJ Reader thing, but I would imagine that that's definitely going on. I mean, that was probably part of the reason why they signed him. That's part of the reason why you sign veterans in this league, is to have good mentors, and that's part of the equation when you're giving out these. It wasn't a ton of money that they gave DJ Reader, but they gave him about, I think it was $12 million a year. So, that's part of the role. Is helping guys like Aleem continue to grow, is helping guys like Tyleik grow, helping guys like, Levi Onwuzurike, who obviously is now out with an injury, but Broderick Martin. Those were all things that were mentioned when he signed here. So I have to imagine that that's happening. And as far as whether or not he can be impactful from day one, they kind of need him to be. They went out, they made a couple of signings this offseason. They shored up the defensive interior with guys like Roy Lopez, but Roy Lopez is more of a nose tackle. So, he's kind of probably going to be more of a rotational guy on this defensive line. I would think at least that's probably the plan. And then as far as Tyleek coming out, I think a lot of people saw him as a little bit more of a nose tackle, but he can play the 3-tech, and his body type, I think, is a little more like lean and built than people probably gave him credit for when he was coming out. But yeah, they need him to, because Josh Pascal was another guy who frequently kicked inside, and he's going to be out until probably September, it sounds like. So they're running out of options as far as impact players and especially pass rushers on that interior, and they kind of have no choice but to get him ready to fill that role until Lee McNeil comes back.
And I'm contractually obligated to ask you this in this interview, but has Zadarius Smith, has anything happened there yet? Have we heard anything about Z possibly coming back?
Haven't heard anything on that front, but like given the recent developments with Onwuzurike, who at times was kicked outside to be an edge rusher a little bit, seems like a good idea, and I don't know how much money he's asking for, but you're running out of options, and here's a guy who not only is somebody that somebody that wants to be here. I think he's kind of made that pretty clear. But it's somebody who knows the defense, and that was a big part of him. That was a big thing with him coming in last year, was they were so decimated on that defensive line. He played everywhere, and they got him ready to play everywhere. And I remember talking to him kind of towards the end of the season. He was like, "It's tough. Like, they're asking me to do a lot of different things," and I think, I don't know if the Onwuzurike situation is going to change their opinion of whether or not he's worth what he's asking for. But you're one injury away from catastrophe, and just feeling like really worried about what's going on this defensive line. So I and I think a lot of my colleagues share the sentiment, think that it's a great idea. And at a certain point, you kind of just, Brad Holmes talked about at owners meetings, at a certain point, you just don't have money to pay guys. And I understand that. But at a certain point, you can't just let a season slip by because you're worried about how that decision might impact you a year or two down the road, because this team is built to win right now. And every year, this is going to get more and more difficult because of the money that's going to be allocated to these better players. And we've seen it already with the Anzalone stuff. And so I'm just so curious about that, because I would have to think that their sense of urgency is high. And I do think that a big reason why they stayed pat last year was this idea that, like, they were robbed. They were robbed of the chance to go with their best horses and try to win a Super Bowl. And already they've been robbed of a few of those horses. And it's not going to be easy to make the playoffs with guys like Lee McNeil missing most of the season. Guy like you just lost Onwuzurike. If you lose one more guy, you can get by and you can win a bunch of games against the AFC South and teams like that. But the reality is the schedule is insanely difficult this year, and I'm sure that's probably not factoring into their decision making. But it's going to be a lot harder to win this division, I think, than it has been in years past, despite the fact that the NFC North was historically tough last season.
And we're not even just one injury away from catastrophe. We're one injury away from catastrophe with Marcus Davenport as a starter. So it's oh man. The anger sharks are starting to swim a little bit, and the season hasn't even started yet.
Go ahead. I apologize.
No, I was gonna say it's tough. Like this week specifically in the NFL, it's supposed to be like, this is awesome. Like, you're going to be up here this year. And it's just, it doesn't feel like that.
Yeah.
Amon-Ra, I feel like, has a similar game to Josh Pascal, and I think he's a little bit thicker. Has he played inside at all? You think that could be a guy stepping at 3-tech and at least give it a shot?
I haven't seen that yet. And I think a lot of times with young guys, especially like these like raw, talented players, like I do think that the probably best course of action is to say, hey, here's your one thing. You're just sticking at edge rusher. And that was something that we've heard in a lot of different ways. Brian Branch in his rookie year He was incredible as a nickel safety or nickel corner. And then they were like, all right, well, why don't we move him to strong safety and see how he does there? And then they kind of realized like, oh, we put a little bit too much on his plate. Let's dial it back. Let's get him, doing what he does best. That another one that comes to mind is Colby Sorsdahl. I remember when he came in, talking to Hank Frey, the Lions O-line coach, Sorsdahl was drafted as a tackle. He played tackle in college, and when they brought him in, they said, we know you're a tackle, but we think you might have like I don't know if it was a better path to the roster or just a better future as a whole at guard, and you're just going to play guard. Like, don't even think about tackle. Don't forget everything you know about playing that position, except for the things that relate to playing guard. But a lot of times, especially for a developmental piece, like I think the best course of action is to say, like, let's simplify things as much as possible. Let's get you better at this so the game slows down, and then we'll add these things to your plate. And so I haven't seen him on the interior yet, and I wouldn't really anticipate a whole lot of that in his rookie season, at least right now.
Okay. And then I want to sneak 2 fun ones in, because I know you just covered the Red Wings. How you feeling about their free agency?
Come on, dude.
I haven't been as dialed as I have been in years past, but like, I don't know. I don't want to say anything outlandish, but I'm ready to go here. Let's I understand both sides of the argument. I understand that if you're trying to build a sustainable cup winner, you got to do this the right way, and I think there's a very real possibility that in 3 to 4 years or 5 years, whatever it is, like this team is stacked and competing for cups every single year. But on the other hand, I don't ever want to hear Ken Holland's name mentioned ever again. Like he's been gone for 6 years, 7 years. Like he left the cupboards bare, but I'm sick of hearing about it. That's where I stand.
It's been a minute. And this
agree.
year, you got some money. Last year, you had some money. Do something with it.
We suck again.
No, absolutely.
And then, Chris,
I don't know.
Did you grab those pictures in Slack? I just sent one.
I did grab the one you sent, yeah.
I got a question. Like, if you had to name this duo here that I'm about to show you, like a wrestling name, because I know one of these guys is a wrestling fan. What would you call this that I'm about to put on the screen here? What's the tag team name of this right here? So much aura in this photo.
There is some aura there.
Oh man, I don't know. What's a bit? What's some sort of
those shades are
play
money,
on words
for
big and small. Thank you. Venti and Grande. I don't know.
I like that one.
No, us 5'7" guys. Ben Raven makes it a little bit tough in this world to be walking around and feel comfortable about who you are.
Ben's a monster. Dude.
Ben is a monster.
Actually, I got
Ben's
one
a monster.
Question.
He's handsome. He's got a great head of hair, a great beard. It's tough. Everybody wants to be Ben.
You made up for it with the shades. No, I'm not gonna lie. You did your
Appreciate
thing. it. How did you come into possession of a Wingstop shirt? How did that happen?
So
That's a good question, dude.
So on 313 Day in Detroit every year, it's a big the March 13th or whatever it is. A lot of places around Detroit are doing like fun little things, and the Wingstop that just opened by my house on East Jefferson was giving out shirts for the first 200 people that came into the store, and you didn't even have to buy anything. So my beautiful beat partner Richard Silva, he was done writing for the day, and I was like, can you please go to Wingstop and get me one of these shirts? And now multiple or many of us actually on the beat have this shirt. Like Colton Pouncey also has this shirt, and whenever we're hanging out and I'm wearing it, I gotta be like, hey, I'm wearing the Wingstop shirt. Don't wear your Wingstop shirt. And it was funny because we actually saw each other a couple days ago, and I was thinking about wearing my Wingstop shirt, and I didn't. And then I showed up, and he was wearing his Wingstop shirt, so it ended up working out. But there's 4 guys on the beat with these awesome Wingstop shirts. It's not just Wingstop either. It's the Detroit Pistons too. They were part of this promotion.
Harder.
Was that their promotion when
you can't really see, but
oh yeah,
the Wingstop.
That's right. They were doing that.
No, this is this is a little bit later. This is during last year.
Okay.
So they were doing a little bit better. They weren't necessarily the Wingstop Pistons, but yeah, shout out to Pistons, shout out Wingstop, give me some free merch. It's one of my favorite shirts. It's very comfortable, very heavy. You know, it's not great for like real hot summer days, but I love it. I love it.
No, and
so
I appreciate you taking the time coming through, man.
Thank you so much, man.
I know you got an article out. Push that thing. Let people know where they go to read your stuff and what else you got going on.
Yeah, DetroitNews.com is where you can read all my stuff. You can follow me on Twitter at Nolan Bianchi, and then also me and my B partner Richard Silva, we host a show called Gridiron Gang. It's a podcast, obviously, and the Gridiron is GRITIRON. So you know,
Nice.
a little play on words with the grit. So go check that out. We just did a 2-hour training camp preview. I don't think it's dated yet. Like, we're talking about a lot of things that have yet to kind of evolve yet. So go check that out if you're interested in that. We talked about, I think, every single player on the roster, and we'll have new episodes every week. So go check that out as well.
Thank you so much, brother.
No, you're the man.
Thank you for having me.
I appreciate you taking the
Anytime,
time.
guys.
Anytime you got a hot take you want to get off your chest, food take, Pistons take, Red Wings take, whatever it is, man. We're here for it. I appreciate you.
One immediately came to mind. Can I get it off?
Yeah, for sure.
This is me hating on a local brand.
Okay.
I think Better Made chips are the worst chips in existence.
Oh, shit.
Whoa, I didn't see that coming.
So you would take Lay's, like classic Lay's, over the classic Better Made chips?
1,000 times out of 1,000.
Wow.
There's not a single scenario.
I'm
Better
not even a
Made.
chip guy to have a strong opinion on this.
I'm not mad at it, honestly.
I'm a chip guy. I'm a salty and savory guy. Those are my weaknesses.
What's your
and
favorite
carbs.
chip?
Spicy sweet chili Doritos, hands down, 100%. Not
Those
even
are
close.
actually great.
Oh, yeah.
Those are the best chips in the world.
For sure.
Oh, Chris got some
Absolutely.
pushback.
Can I quickly say this because I want to back up Nolan's theory because I actually know somebody who's set to inherit. This is my first job I worked at. The parents of Better Made wanted him to work. Yes, he's
Mr.
the
Better Made.
The
He's
heir of the Better Made
Mr.
throne.
Better Made
the guy
himself
was weird and a dick. So yeah, so I think Nolan.
Well, there we go.
Nolan's valid. It is
Validation.
Dude, Better Made is
Thank
taking
you.
shots right now, dude.
Where do you
And your son sucks.
Your son's a dick and your chips suck.
The original, the wavy, the barbecue, and you know what really are awful are those like intentionally burnt chips that they sell and everybody like thinks they're great. Those are terrible.
Yep.
They're like objectively garbage.
And one question, because I feel like I stand alone on this. This is my hot take for Detroit food, is that I think Chicago dogs are better than Coney dogs.
Incorrect. I've never had
'Cause
Chicago dogs.
I think that's incorrect, but I do like Chicago dogs.
I just look at,
so
like,
I probably do have a little bit of bias in there.
The only time I want a Coney dog is if I'm like blacked out. Maybe it's because I grew up around here. I've been eating Coney dogs my whole. But the only time I want to eat a Coney dog is if I'm like blacked out on a Friday night. But Chicago dog, I'll eat at any time.
That's fair. That's fair. I also have another take that I discovered a few weeks ago.
Okay.
I was at a Waffle House and never really been to a Waffle House
Were you
before.
throwing hands at someone?
Yeah,
No,
Caitlin
it's
Clark.
like-
Yeah.
It was like 11 o'clock in the morning. But so I was in this Waffle House and we got breakfast and it was good. But like for that being the like preeminent breakfast / late night food place in like the South and like it just being like so revered, it's like Coney Islands. Like, no matter what kind of Coney Island you want to talk about, just like all the Coney Islands in Metro Detroit, they crush a Waffle House 10 out of 10.
Agreed.
And I wish Coney Islands were more popular like across like the region and the country, because I think that like the Hanis and the breakfast and everything, it's so much better than Waffle House. And I was just like, man, like if we could just take Coney Island global, we would put Waffle House out of
Gotta
business.
let the world
be able
know.
to make some money off of this. It's
Nolan's Coney Island.
Yes.
Coming to Virginia near you.
There you go.
There we go. There we
Nolan,
go.
we appreciate
Whenever,
you, brother.
Actually, one quick thing. Because
hell
you
yeah.
brought up the hot dogs. Have you guys ever had the Snorrins at Imperial in Ferndale?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's the best.
Fantastic.
Best hot dog. If you guys haven't had that,
Those are great.
That's what it's
I made a Sonoran dog for my tailgate recipes last year. I do a weekly series for the Detroit News called Tailgate Recipes because I used to work in a restaurant for a scratch kitchen for like 6 or 7 years, and I love cooking, and so I do a weekly tailgate recipes thing, like inspired by the locale of the upcoming opponent, and I made Sonoran dogs, Coney Sonoran dogs, actually. So
who was the opponent for that week?
they were very good. The Cardinals.
Damn, we're not gonna play them for a
Yeah,
minute.
Arizona.
Do you actually make these
Arizona.
food? Like, can we be invited to a
Yeah.
testing for this?
Yeah, I bring it. So what happens is every Thursday night I leave the facility and I'm like, shoot. Like I don't know what I'm gonna make, and then I go to the grocery store and I kind of just figure something out on the fly, and then I go home and I am usually like cooking until like 12 or 1 o'clock in the morning, and then I bring it all in on Friday for the entire beat, and they get to try it, and then when I post it, they're all like, "Oh my gosh, this is so good!" So, one of these days I'll have to swing by or we can collab on something, and we'll make it work.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, whatever you're down for, I'm down for. I'm here for it.
I might be seeing you very soon at Lions camp wearing full uniform. So
Beautiful.
Yeah, that's all right.
Beautiful.
Yeah, we're
I'm
still-
happy for you. I can't wait to see it.
We're still figuring out where we're gonna do it, if it's gonna be Allen Park or here, but yeah, I'm excited.
Fantastic. I look forward to it.
Knowing you're the man, appreciate you, brother.
Thanks for joining, brother.
Thank you, guys. Have a good one.
Shout out.
Nolan's again.
I'm glad we got some food takes off.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie.
Those were good food takes too. Those weren't like.
I'm not a big chip guy. I didn't have a strong opinion on that one.
He's right. Better made chips are
Mr. Better Made.
Better made chips are weak.
We did just dunk on them.
I'm definitely
local brand too.
Your chips son,
lost that sponsor.
and your son's a little douchebag. Like,
Or we just scrubbed this from the.
no, he's
archives.
right. He's right. I stand with him on that for sure. Better made are. I mean, I understand
Until
like
they cut a
wanting to
check.
roll with ride with your city stuff and like it's a Michigan company. You want to ride with them, but they're not good chips.
Kettle chips are where it's at.
Kettle chips, kettle
Yes.
cooked chips are the
Clancy's,
best.
even like even the cheaper brands, they're fire.
That's where it's at.
Yeah,
Nick,
that was a great
man,
take.
I wanted to talk to him about Cheez-It Grooves and if he considers that a chip or not. I think it's
That would have been a great question.
I think it's right in between. It's right in the sweet spot between chip and cracker.
I feel like he would have an answer for you for sure.
Yeah, next time.
I think it's kind of messed up. Nobody defended a tailgate.
No, I might have to steal a recipe for the tailgate wins. Do one of Nolan's and bring it to the tailgate. See how it turns out.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Nolan's the man.
Nolan is a man.
Shout out to him for coming through.
Very cool, dude.
Giving up his time. Shout out to Anson Wells and Word Sports Chat as well.
Shout out.
Woodward Tigers live.
Oh yeah, on the weekends.
Kerry playing in Toledo tonight.
Good.
I forgot he was even hurt.
Good for Kerry Carpenter to start the rehab session. Need that.
Boys need him back.
Yeah, could use that bat.
Definitely talking Tigers offense at some point. Maybe today if we squeeze it in.
Lions, baby.
Lots of Lions. How are we doing these reads?
Well, we got 3 breaks to catch up on. One we can kind of slide.
Okay.
One we
Slide
can kind of
to
slide.
the left.
We can slide the 556 somewhere else. We could just
Tell
double
me what
up.
to read.
Okay.
You want to do that?
Read
Double up 42 and
Well,
6.
I say we just do Loom and Lady Jane's and then come back to Mad Packs and Dr. Pierce.
All right, you're the boss.
Yeah, they're all me anyways. Let me tell you about Loom Cannabis. You can get a delicious buzzin' long drink, 7.5 milligrams of THC in a can. Perfect for when you're at the bonfire, the beach, the golf course. They're the ultimate drink of summer. Go to Loom.com to find a dispensary near you. Scan the QR code to see their massive inventory and use promo code WSN30 to get 30% off your order. It's Loom Cannabis. And let me tell you about Lady Jane's. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men open 7 days a week. Walk-ins are always welcome. Stop in, sit down, relax. Get an award-winning haircut from one of our lovely, talented stylists. You can get a hot leather neck shave, a scalp massage, or a hot towel treatment. Get it all wrapped in one in the King's treatment. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men open 7 days a week. It's wicked awesome.
Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Woodward golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today. boys of summer are ready to get back to the playoffs, and there's no better place to get your Tigers coverage than Woodward Sports. Join us all season long as we follow as our hometown Tigers claw and fight. This ball is gone. Boys are back in town. Feel the roar with Woodward Sports.
Mad Packs. Go to getmadpacks.com to find out a dispensary near you that's carrying their product. They've got the high-low pre-rolls, the Boom Shakalaka Tarantulas, the THCA Blizzard Pack Moon Rocks, and just the regular Cherry Runts, or any of their other wonderful strains. Go to getmadpacks.com to find a dispensary near you. Mad flavor, mad high, Mad Packs. And let me tell you about Dr. Pierce. Attention sports fans, don't miss out on expert sports injury insights with Dr. Jeff Pierce in Michigan Sports and Spine. Join him every Tuesday on Big D Energy and Thursdays on Ermanni and Edwards with Maz, where he offers top-notch injury advice. Trust the guy that DMAC trusts. Dr. Jeff Pierce here to keep you in the game, performing at your best. For more information, visit him at MichiganSportsandSpine.com or give him a call at 248-426-9944. Yeah, I know.
Check it out.
Yeah, I know.
Big dumb idiot. What?
I was on autopilot. Bowling Warehouse, home of the football.
Oh, you could still probably do that blackout.
Bowling Warehouse, the original home of the football bowling pin game known as Foaling. Nope, that's all I got.
Trying to think about any of my
It's like
own
reserve
ones.
a lane, private lane reservation for $100 an hour, or you can get.
No free ads. It's all right.
$5?
I almost had a stroke trying to read that text Chris sent this morning.
Yeah.
Why'd you send us is that an off-air question?
Yeah, it's an off-air question. Absolutely.
Why would you do that?
I don't think it was that long, but it was long, but it wasn't.
Chris
that
had to
long.
scroll.
Did you call him
I feel you, but
Yes.
I feel
That's a wild ass text to think. Oh yeah, this is fucking clean normal. I mean, double texted too. You sent that and you sent something else after.
I did send a little prelude. I did send
Yeah,
a
you
little
did.
prelude on top of the novel. It was more like a manifesto than a novel. I think we do kind of different
It
there.
was definitely a novel.
Yeah. Couple
would
places
like
we
a
can take this one.
response one day.
Alex Anzalone. What? You go back to the Texas now?
He said still would like a response one day.
Oh,
I
you
mean,
said I didn't even see that part.
I said no. He just said that. I
Yeah.
said go for it. Just do you have Brennan's number?
Yeah.
Talk to Brennan.
Off-air combos.
Thank you, Mr. Leahy. You are the liquor.
Whoa.
Shout out.
Shout out.
How you doing, Skywalker?
I'm good. Good to be in the booth.
How do you feel about the boys fighting at camp?
Cut that shit out.
Okay.
We got stuff to focus on this season. We don't got time to be fighting. We're a team. I'm glad Dan Campbell stopped it, but that's not what I want to see out of my Lions right now.
You locked down those tickets and on-field passes for me. This
I actually just got a text from my boss, so I'd have to talk to her.
Dude,
Maybe. I don't know yet.
Say Dan Campbell again.
Huh?
Say Dan Campbell again.
Dan Campbell.
Why do you Michigan State kids say it like that?
What?
They
Like
pronounce
what?
the P in there. Campbell.
Dan Campbell.
Say it.
Campbell.
I know.
He goes Campbell.
It's Campbell.
I said Campbell. But Cheese Nips did the same thing.
Cheese Nips did do the same thing.
Yeah. But good news for you. He went on to
Shout out Cheese Nips.
do some pretty dope things. Yeah. Hosting the news over there.
There's definitely a correlation there, so that makes me happy.
You guys went to
true.
Michigan
He was
State,
blonde,
interns
too.
Here? Ah, well. Okay. Now that he's not blonde either.
He's blonde. He's dirty blonde.
They're both dirty blonde.
He's just blonde.
He's ginger.
It is blonde.
Dirty blonde. Strawberry blonde, arguably.
We can't
But
tell today. There we
What
go.
is your favorite headline to come out of training camp so far for the Detroit Lions that you've been keeping up with? or
I
have
love
you
the
not?
Terrion Arnolds stuff.
Dude,
I don't know.
right?
Seeing those videos, like him locking down J-Mo and that.
We got
that
him.
was crazy.
We ready?
Nobody said just tuned in to literally see Spenny have a stroke.
Keep going. We'll play the video over you talking about it. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, talk.
Multiple. I mean, he was just locking down
Dance.
everybody. I mean, he was locking down Amon-Ra. He's locking down J-Mo. I mean, those are the two that I saw. But
Yeah, we'd love to see him right now while he's talking about him. There we go. Yeah, this is Jamison Williams beating Brian Branch.
This is
Chris
crazy,
doesn't know his
Chris.
numbers
I
still.
even named him. God damn it.
Yeah.
Chris still doesn't know his numbers.
I just threw them in any order. I
Just
thought
a-
you wanted them all up.
But throw some Terrion, a couple of the Terrion ones on that he was talking
J-Mo
about.
looks good as fuck. too.
J-Mo
He might
does look
actually-
good.
He might actually go
There's
off, bro.
Terrion on the route with Amon-Ra St. Brown on the outside,
One
getting up for the
hand.
one-handed interception.
Here's a slow-mo.
He looks like a vet.
He's running the route. He is running the route. That's what you saw in his college film was that.
Mhm.
And the only thing that concerned me is like, okay, NFL guys a little bit faster. You can leave it running, Chris. That's just for people to see. He's just a fluid athlete, and it's nice to see it's kind of all coming together. I mean, that's just not like a training camp rep. One, Jared Goff is quarterback there. We heard it from a beat reporter, Nolan Bianchi, just now. Secondly, it's Amon-Ra St. Brown. That's not just like anybody.
That's not just
First team All-Pro.
First team All-Pro. Back-to-back years.
Look at this.
And then here's another one.
Good pass breakup on Jameson
J-Mo.
Williams.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's just run through. I think I repeated this one. Look,
Yeah, doesn't get caught up
Yeah, I
with the
got him moved.
speed.
You're good.
Not too worried about
his
J-Mo
body
deep.
control
He could still break on it.
Yes, because I think it was who was it? Trav today was like he's slow as shit. I'm like, yeah, I had that question because he didn't have a fast 40. He was hurt during his 40. If you guys
So
ever listen to
Brian
him talk
Branch
about
is
it.
slow as shit too.
But the other situation too is like you just said, body control.
Yeah.
Just being fluid, having the mindfulness. Like actually, Joe Reeves is pretty fast. But Terrion, it's nice to see it come together a little bit here because these aren't just bums he's doing this against.
I think out of all the lines, he might take the biggest jump from last year.
J-Mo?
Yeah, I
Or
think-
Terrion?
Yeah.
Yeah,
for sure.
yeah, I agree.
I agree too. Again, like this point in camp, no pads. It's hard to take away from too many things, but a one-on-one, you could take something away from that one.
Yeah.
You know, that ain't beating a
It's hard.
offensive
Pause.
tackle off a rep. No, it's against those guys
Resume.
especially.
Resume,
And
yeah.
again, Jared Goff is quarterback in those scenarios, and Terrion's doing the damn thing. Now, if you want this J-Mo one, I'm down to watch.
Yeah.
Because like this one, after he hits his double move, and our guy Brian Branch gets turned sideways right there, it's a wrap.
Yeah,
It's done.
it's over.
OVOXO on to the next show. Like it's just
Cringe.
filthy stuff,
Yeah.
man. You're cringe every day, bro.
Yeah.
Clip Farm.
Good job.
Do a show with Clip Farm.
Yeah, that was.
Gone.
Yeah. And then the flex after. J-Mo's the man, dude.
Talking back with
That was
KG,
smooth.
it's like we've seen J-Mo like outrun brackets. You know what I'm saying? Like we brought the safety over for help. He did it against Chicago.
Doesn't matter.
Brisker, one of a good
safety.
by the
Yep.
way, too. I don't know, man. I'm excited for the Detroit Lions. Obviously, want to see me the pads on, specifically for the stuff we're hearing about Marcus Davenport, because this is the second day in a row now I've read that he beat Penei Sewell. Second day in a row. Not just, a one-off thing. Second day in a row, you hear this guy beating Penei Sewell of all people, and that's phenomenal. You just need him to stay
You'd
healthy.
like to hear that. Yeah, and that's what it's been with Marcus Davenport. It's never been, is he good? It's never been, does he have the ability to beat upper echelon tackles or one-on-one reps? We know he does, but the guy's made of glass. He's got glass bones and paper skin.
I think Spenny and I were the only two to believe in Marcus
That is true.
Davenport, if I do recall.
What? Incorrect.
Hell no.
Incorrect. It's just that guy that didn't believe. Don't throw me under there. That's
I
fucked up.
believe in Marcus Davenport. Yeah,
Go
Nick,
off, go off, Nick.
here comes Nick. Negative Nick.
Are we doing this again, fellas?
Negative Nick.
Yes,
in the
we
booth.
are. Again, obviously.
If he plays, he's a good player. He
Yes.
doesn't play. What are we doing?
Negative Nick in the booth.
Negative Nick wants to see his team fail.
Sounds like it.
Oh,
no,
Vikings,
your team
Vikings
says the
fan
Vikings.
Nick.
Vikings, Nick.
Oh my God.
I didn't have time to cut it,
Give me
but
a
Hutch
reason.
did an interview with Dan Miller and Jim Miller as well. I was listening to it in the back. Justin I think, walked through. I was listening to it, and Aiden Hutchinson was saying like Davenport, he loves having him because he just knows he's always gonna be there, causing chaos, helping either bring a quarterback into his arms
Hear
or
that?
something
Always
for
gonna
him.
be there.
Yeah.
Always gonna be there.
Always.
Literally every game.
Nick, what
you
will
can
you
count
do
on
if
Davenport.
Marcus Davenport
gives me
plays
16 games?
plays 16 games this year, not including postseason? What would you
I
do?
will give you guys one of my ticket to a game.
That'd be fucking awesome.
At game 17.
That's how confident you are.
Yes, are you kidding me?
All
And I
right, if
would
he doesn't
gladly
and
do
if he
this.
doesn't play 16 games, we don't do anything.
All right, well that's where we got to chat. Still got you a pizza. Maybe
Sure.
tomorrow.
Listen, at 200 likes, Web Skywalker punched Negative Nick in the back of the head. 200 locks, get her up.
Yeah.
And what gives you guys faith that Davenport is going to be healthy?
Listen, I gotta.
I believe in him, Nick.
Yeah, I just believe. It's
Yes,
for me.
the vibes. We have to pour this out in the internet. For every negative Nick you have pouring these wishes and hopes of injuries upon players into the ethos, we have to pour our positive vibes to negate that and overcome. Do not be negative Nick. Believe in Marcus Davenport and you shall be set free.
Believe.
I'm seeing shave your mustache. Vikings fan Nick from ETN. Shout out.
No, I'm not
the
doing
Rams
shit,
for
dude.
ETN.
I think what
Yeah,
gives
see,
me a
that's
little
what-
bit of faith. It hurts. It's tough because what gave me faith initially when we had this conversation was Brad Holmes and the fact that like he's not a dumbass. You have to know this is like a Super Bowl window.
Yep.
And Super Bowl windows aren't open for forever.
No.
They're just not. We're dealing with a situation right now where you don't even keep your number one linebacker on the team, arguably your number one linebacker, although we have some stuff countering that maybe from Dan Campbell, talking about Jack Campbell. You don't know how long you have to pay Brian Branch for, or how long you have to have him until you have to pay him. Jameson, like it's now. So the fact that like he reinvested, re-upped in Marcus Davenport, which I'm not mad at. I've always wanted to happen. Like, I'm totally cool with that, but I just wanted like something in case. You know, a break glass in case of emergency. That was tough to say. Like it's Darius Smith.
Yeah.
That's the only part that didn't happen for me to fully seal it, but that's what gave me faith. However,
Is there any cracks in the glass? I would say with Levi and Aleem out until
the Levi situation is like,
don't test.
Oh, it's a little crack in the glass.
because he has faith in that too.
It is.
So I don't know, but I'm deciding to be positive.
7-year career, never played 16 games. Yeah, I'm going to test my luck on this.
Oh, negative Nick.
But I will say, if he can, which is the biggest if of anything that we've talked about with the Lions this whole entire season, this is the biggest if here. If he can do this, I believe it raises this team's ceiling where they can actually wreak havoc, win a Super Bowl against one of those elite AFC quarterbacks.
So you're saying
get
you
through
believe
the
in him?
Eagles. No, I'm saying,
Negative
but
Nick.
if you are going to win the Super Bowl, he needs to be a big part of it. Like, straight up. I mean, he could get hurt for 8 games and then come back and be in the playoffs. That would be great. Can we just count? Can we write that in for
Nick,
Davenport?
What if we do this to kind of level the playing field? If Nick's gonna do for a prize for all
No,
16.
I'm not doing shit, dude.
Because you don't believe,
I have faith.
You don't believe.
You're
If
just
he
a
gets
Vikings
hurt-
fan in the booth trying to wish downfall upon the Lions.
If he
And-
gets hurt in one of the first 3 games,
no, I'm not doing shit.
I feel like
Because
that's
you
a
don't
fair way.
believe.
That's all you don't believe.
You gotta believe, dude.
Yeah, you don't believe.
You gotta believe.
Gaslight.
Wait, so 16 games, we get the tickets?
No, I'm just not doing it at this point because you guys aren't doing anything.
Old negative Nick.
Put it out there on the floor. What do you want?
I think mine was pretty fair.
What was yours?
Mine was okay if Davenport gets hurt in one of the first 3 games.
Okay.
Then you guys got to pony up something.
If he does?
Spencer.
Oh,
Then
something
Nick
in the
doesn't
middle.
have to come into work for a day. Oh wait, he doesn't do that anyways.
I'll be out Friday. Shout out Birdie. I'll be down covering the game, getting you
Shout
guys
out.
some footage.
Shout out.
Does that work for
Doing
you?
my job, which I'm paid to do.
Does that work for you first 3 games? I'll take that.
First 3 games doesn't get hurt?
If he
Or all
does-
16?
What do we
Say it one more time, Chris.
Yeah, what do
We
I
don't
get?
have tickets.
Like,
We
I
have
mean,
16
obviously
games.
the biggest chance is that neither of these 2 things happen, but you guys were going extreme with him playing 16 games in a row.
Nobody
I
said in
feel
a row.
Well, you did because Nick said, well, okay, Nick implied that week 17 he'd give the ticket. So yeah, I guess
Yeah,
just
that's what
16
it would be.
doesn't have to be in a row. Fine, that's clarity. But then also if he gets hurt within the first 3 games, I think that's fair.
14 games.
We got to figure out a better way to do this. But yeah, I mean, if you guys believe, let's back it up with a bet.
All right, let's do it right now. 14 games, and if he gets hurt the first 3
I'm
games.
saying you. Well, it
Who
was
doesn't
said
believe
it
now,
was
Nick?
16 games.
Let's do it.
It was said 16 games.
I'm down. Let's do
14.
it.
Okay, let's. What are you guys putting on the board?
Pizza.
No, that's not a
Doesn't
equivalent
believe.
trade
Sun Cruisers?
Yeah.
for a week.
For a week?
Yeah, let's go on a little bender.
For a week.
He doesn't believe. He doesn't believe.
I do
we'll figure
not
this
believe.
out.
That's why I think it's crazy to depend on a guy who's never played 16 games in his career and has played like a total of 5 in the last 2 seasons. That's what Brad Holmes is banking on, and I think that is a mistake.
Do you think he's being stubborn or cheap? Or both?
Both.
Yes.
Both.
Yes.
I think he's being both.
Yeah.
And that's why I think it is a big deal to bring Zadarius Smith back just for the consistency. When Davenport goes down.
When
Hopefully
he's
he
healthy,
doesn't.
He's so good, dude. He's so fucking good.
Yeah.
Go watch that Rams game. The 2 guys you want to have takeaways from in that Rams game. 1, David Monty just fucking taking the ball and shoving it down their throats. 2, Anzo. 3, Davenport. Just absolutely bullying guys. It's funny too because they were talking about Davenport today. Was talking about just like going back and forth with Hutch, like ideas, like plans, whatever. And he's like, I can't do the things he does. Like Hutch is just he's too fluid of an athlete. I'm just more fucking bruising my way through. But
Yeah.
that's what that Brad has said. That's what fits best next against Hutch. That's what we've agreed now to. Now that we know like the scheme, philosophy type behind it. I believe.
Supremacy says he'll win Defensive Player of the Year.
Well, that's a stretch.
You gotta believe.
Crazier things have happened.
Put $367 on it. You win some money from Supremacy. All right, let's go to break. Come back. Let me tell you about Caesar Sportsbook, ladies and gentlemen. If you go to CaesarSportsbook.com and use the promo code Woodward 1000 with your first deposit, if you make your first bet up to $20, you'll get that $20 back if it loses. Make sure you use the promo code Woodward 1000. Scan the QR code. Head over to CaesarSportsbook.com. Use the promo code Woodward 1000 and get up to $1,000 back in bonus bets if your first bet loses. It's Caesar Sportsbook. Visit Gambling Hotline if you have gambling issues.
Detroit has the best sports fans in the world. That's why they deserve the best sports coverage in the world. We are the Woodward Sports Network. Big injuries, big news. Twice a week, Dr. Jeff Pierce from Michigan Sports and Spine joins Woodward Sports Network for the Injury Insider Report. Big D Energy Tuesdays at noon, and Ermanni and Edwards with Maz Thursdays at 3:30. Get expert analysis and in-depth breakdowns on the latest sports injuries from the man trusted by top athletes in the community, like D-Mac. Whether it's the Lions, Pistons, Tigers, or Red Wings, Dr. Pierce talks us through it all. Don't miss the Injury Insider Report with Dr. Jeff Pierce, your go-to source for understanding the impact of injuries on the games and players we love. Only on Woodward Sports Network. Scan the QR code on the screen or go to MichiganSportsandSpine.com to see if Dr. Jeff Pierce can help you. The bats are hot, and the weather is getting hotter. Summertime in the D with Detroit's big hitters, Woodward Sports.
If you are not already, take a second and follow us on all social media platforms at Woodward Sports, YouTube, Instagram, X, Facebook, TikTok, Twitch, everywhere you get your Detroit sports content. The #1 Detroit sports digital network, Woodward Sports, is right there giving you the best content you could possibly get. So make sure you are following us, subscribing to us, liking us everywhere on all of the socials. Do it.
All right. Welcome back to Woodward Waits Live on sports.com. He's joined by Spin Reaction, Chris, Nicholas Koloff, Skywalker in the building. Smash the like button, be a friend, tell a friend, share the stream. I'm reading Tim Twentyman's Day 3 observations. Detroit Lions beat reporter for the team. And he says, double trouble. It's the title of this blurb. And he reads, over the course of the first 3 training camp practices, we've seen running backs Jahmyr Gibbs and Dave Montgomery on the field together. Maybe more than I can remember the past 2 years. Morton seems to like that combo together and the pressure it could potentially put on the defense. This is something people have been asking for multiple years now. We've heard the reports, I think that was from Detroit News as well, about Jahmyr Gibbs playing out more, like splitting out, running routes. I hate you.
Dude.
I hate you.
That was crazy.
Yours the biggest.
I'm tired, man.
Graham would never. Step it up.
Oh,
I'm tired.
That's kind of mean.
I see it happening. I think Jahmyr Gibbs will run out routes from it. I think he's probably split out in these situations, or maybe David in a fullback. I mean, I don't know what they're doing with that situation. Do you have any ideas?
I mean, just having 2 running backs in the backfield.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think they're gonna like run I formation with Dave Montgomery at fullback or anything like
Yeah,
that.
you're
But
right.
have 2 running backs each split off of Jared Goff, and then sure, you can option one or either of them out or both. Maybe you start it with 2 tight ends and 2 running backs, and then you option everybody out, and you got a split set. And so we'll see what happens. But yeah, there are a lot of different creative things that Johnny Morton can do to get David Montgomery and Jahmyr Gibbs out there at the same time. Maybe we see a wildcat with David Montgomery, who used to play quarterback, and do a read option with Jahmyr Gibbs. I think that's probably the craziest route, and that's the least realistic to see. But no, there are a lot of different things where they can have both of those guys out there and have effective sets.
It's funny because I remember a lot of the bitching and moaning about Ben Johnson was the fact that he got a little too cute. Is this one of those situations? I feel like you don't have both of them out there for shits and giggles. It's probably maybe a little bit of shits and giggles. I think it is to run cute stuff. But I'm not mad at it. I never complained about the cute stuff. I think the reason people complaining about the cute stuff is because Jameson Williams threw an interception. Outside of that, you had some cute stuff in that very game when Jameson Williams scored a touchdown and made love to the ground. Like throughout the season, that's just one of the I guess one of the strengths of the Detroit Lions is that cute stuff because you have so many weapons that defense have to pay attention to. I'm not mad you take advantage of that. Like, put the extra guy in the field. Make the defense nervous. Make them confused. Like, what are they doing? Make them second-guess their assignments. Because sound football is the only – and you can't even stop the Detroit Lions that way. I don't know, man. I'm here for the Snickle Fritz. Like, put them all on the field. Put Amon-Ra in the backfield. Switch it up. It works. We saw it work all season last year. Jameson Williams was the only one to really fuck it up. And Penei Sewell had a sack too, but whatever. Kudos to the Bears in that one, I guess. I couldn't even tell you what went wrong with this situation. They would have to.
They were clowning.
Yeah, big
when
time.
Penei, the Ford Field erupted when Penei had that ball back there.
He wanted to
it
throw
looked like
it.
he was about to throw
He
it.
was gonna. He was definitely gonna throw it.
Nobody was mad that he even took the sack.
No, he was for sure. That was supposed to be. That was a design throw for Penei Sewell for sure.
Is that going back to the cute shit?
Yeah. I don't need to see that.
Why? It worked.
It didn't work. Penei Sewell got sacked
2 times in a while. I'm saying all season that cute shit worked.
Yeah, but
it was a staple in our offense.
It also, yeah.
Hook and ladder to Penei would have been
stuff like that is
insane.
cool, but I don't want Penei getting chopped down in the open field. I don't want to see that. That's an unnecessary hit that he doesn't need to take. You have enough skill players where you don't have to get cute. Just line it up and make things happen. Sure, I'm not saying take all of them out, take all the fun out, nothing like that.
Keep it fun.
But I think the focus should be getting first downs and scoring touchdowns, and I think you have the team to do that. I'm falling apart.
Nick, are you tired of the cute shit? Are you still in love with it?
It's not that on it, it's fun. I mean, nobody's gonna say it's not fun, but I personally like doing it against the Cowboys. That is when I like to see it, really throwing out the trick plays, kind of embarrassing the Cowboys. Honestly, that's what I like about the trick plays, which I still hope we do at home when we play them on December 4th in prime time. Yeah, I hope we do see it, just to kind of shove it in their face a little bit once they're up a couple scores in the third.
Yeah, I think it's something where it's good to have a few of those in there just to keep the defense as honest as possible, because I do think it's fair to say that we did get too cute at times last season, especially in the playoff game. But ultimately, teams, if you throw enough of those trick plays in there, they have to consider it. They just have to be ready for one more variable. So I don't think you need to go as deep into the trick bag, but I think it's a healthy thing to have sprinkled in, especially when you have the versatility and talent that this team has all the way through. But I will say, you got to see if you could trust your offensive line a little more first before you start going crazy with those trick
That is
plays.
very, very true. Actually, I'll say that.
Yep.
Hold it off.
Let him cook.
Until we know. A great fucking point, Chris. Hold that off until we know we can trust the offensive line. Secondly, too, I just know through speaking through a couple guys on the team, I obviously had Allen Robinson, and we had Jason Capen down here, that Ben Johnson's very, very detailed, meticulous, and he's also really good at articulating those things for the team. If Johnny Moe can't function with those trick plays to that level, take him out. Take him out. I guess first things first, make sure you run the fucking football with the offensive line as is. That's the end of the conversation, to be honest with you.
Hey, Devon, get over it, pussy. But yeah, I think you definitely need to see what this offensive line looks like, and you're not going to have – no, I don't want to see Tate Ratledge, rolling out to throw a pass to somebody at the beginning of the year. Like I said, yeah, sure, keep some stuff in there to keep it in the back pocket just in case you want to get a little spicy. There are times and options for you to do that throughout the season, but no, I don't think you need to do that as much. And I don't want to see you running the ball or throwing the ball on 3rd and 1. Run the ball with David Montgomery behind Penei Sewell, get the first down, go score a touchdown.
Go ahead.
This team also liked the spotlight last year, and they're going to have a lot of spotlight games. I did think Ben liked to show off in a sense until, because he was obviously still, auditioning, even though he was a big name. I feel like maybe he did get carried away at times, I'm the big name. Watch what I can do here with the fake stumble, great, crazy play.
Yeah, maybe that was clip farming from Ben Johnson, trying to get that contract. Look at all these sweet-ass plays I designed.
Exactly.
No clip farming.
But, I mean, they're going to be in primetime a lot this year. All the big games that they have. Yeah, I don't think Johnny Moe is going to be click farming, but if you're down in a big spot, I mean, you could see some trickery in Philly.
No,
Like,
there are
in
times and
Philadelphia?
situations to do stuff like that, and Johnny Morton is a veteran guy in this game. He understands, the complexities of games. So, yeah, I'm not saying just don't, just run the ball in I formation up the middle every play. No, there are times to do things like that, but I don't think you need to do one every week.
At Arrowhead 2 years ago, the fake punt. Dan
Yeah, maybe you
Campbell
wanna steal
stealing
something on the
possession
road.
Early.
Yeah.
Like, I could see them definitely doing some stuff against the Chiefs, the Bengals, the Ravens, the at Eagles. Like, that's when you're going to see some stuff. Not against the inferior opponents at home. Although I do, like I said, I would like to see something against the Cowboys just because fuck the Cowboys.
Fuck the Cowboys for sure.
Shout out to ETN and Woodward Sports Chat. Some big
Shout
UFC
out.
news just dropped. UFC 320, Ankalaev versus Potan 2. Marab versus Sandhagen and Yuri versus Roundtree. UFC 321 has Aspinall versus Gane. Or Gain, Cyril Gane, however you guys say it.
Cyril Gane getting another title shot, huh?
It's Sandhagen too. All due respect, Corey Sandhagen, like he is one of the better guys in that division. It feels like he just gets these token title shots.
Yeah.
Whatever. He's got. I mean, who else is there? I guess Marab's practically ran through the entire division.
Yeah,
before
I
he
mean
got the belt.
they're looking for something to get some people's attention, dude. They don't have any stars left. Like
That's true.
They're falling apart. Izzy's trash. Usman's trash. Max is on the way out. Volk's on the way out. John Jones is half retired. Dustin Poirier just retired. Conor McGregor's posting his dick on Twitter. Like you don't got much life left for the UFC, man. They need star power bad. All of their best guys are not marketable.
Is that what it is? Is just
Yes,
marketability?
because they're extremely talented fighters on the roster. Like Ilya is a murderer, and he is an extremely talented fighter. He's going to be in GOAT conversation coming up pretty soon if he continues going the way he is right now. But it's just you can't sell him. You can't sell any of the Dagestani guys. You got Patty, but if Patty wants to be something, he's going to have to beat Ilya, and that's not going to happen anytime soon.
Yeah, I don't know. I've seen Sandhagen, and he's not one that's going to sell for me personally. I'd rather see
MVP.
I'd rather see him fight Umar again.
Yeah, maybe MVP was a guy but that's kind of like a flash in the pan because he's obviously not in his prime anymore, even though he is one of the most electric mixed martial artists in the world, and he'll still get shock value. He's not going to headline any fights for you.
Yeah, Sandhagen's last fight was
O'Malley is cooked, exactly.
Hurt his knee, so it wasn't a true finish. And so you're getting a title shot off of a guy getting injured in a fight. The fight before that, he lost to Umar. He did beat Rob Font. He did beat Marlon Vera. But he lost to Peter Yan, TJ. I guess this is where I would be pissed off because I think Marab is that great, and maybe it's on him to just continue that. But like, if it was a fluke knockout and a guy like Corey Sandhagen is your champ now, it's like, oh, that's fucking, that's good. It's just annoying. I don't think he's good enough to get a title shot. But it is what it is.
It is what it is. Maybe Paulo Costa will get a title shot.
Yeah. It doesn't help that a lot of the guys, too, don't speak English. They pull time.
Shout out Stephen A. Smith.
Yeah. It's true, though. At least for us. It's a worldwide sport, I guess. It's kind of selfish.
Yeah, but it's...
Yeah. It's an American company.
It's an American company.
They're gonna fight at the White
House.
They got
Donald Trump coming out at every game.
Yeah,
or every match.
Well, he didn't come out last week.
Yeah, that's true. The seats were open at...
Well, you know what?
UFC 3.
Release the list!
Oh. I thought, isn't he dealing with some leg shit?
Trump?
Yeah, didn't he have like a leg, something with his leg or something? I don't know.
I'm back,
bitches!
I don't think so.
Some with like
Could
a
he
vein
be-
in his leg or something.
Something came
Varicose
out
vein?
about some memory. Something.
I don't know, but yeah, he wasn't
Forgot that
at
he was
at the last event.
Could he be
I think it's
protesting because he wants
I
at
think
the
it's
White
like
House?
release the list stuff.
You think they would have started the chant?
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
I mean, people, what's going on?
They're talking about memory loss about some list.
Yeah. What?
Yeah, the list deleted itself.
Yeah. It was a conspiracy.
So
We see they're releasing all the information on Martin Luther King that too. He's trying to change the Washington Commanders football. Like, all this stuff to just distract us from the goddamn list.
Dude, I'm telling you, aliens.
Just release the list.
Yeah.
Let's go to break. Tell us about BlackRock, Chris.
List!
All right, you guys know what time it is. BlackRock's 8 weeks giveaway rolls on to week 2. Congrats to our Tigers ticket winner, Chris from Canton. Shout out to Chris, great name. And now you could win filet for a year. That's one free 8-ounce filet entree every single month by entering, or you can enter by scanning the QR code above me. Entry also gets you a shot at the grand prize, which is 4 tickets to the home football opener on September 14th. Entry for this contest closes July 27th. Ready, set, sizzle.
Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Woodward golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today.
Walk into any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men today. Open 7 days a week. Sit back, relax, and enjoy a precision haircut, scalp massage, hot leather neck shave, and hot towel treatment from one of our talented stylists. Step up your game this season and take advantage of our $20 haircut special. Scan the QR code and get your coupon today. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, the ultimate haircut experience. Open 7 days a week. Walk-ins always welcome. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. It's wicked awesome.
A ton of fun, a ton of sports, and a ton of man meat. Welcome to the Woodward Heavyweights, live daily 5 to 7 p.m. on Woodward Sports.
West Stanford Chevrolet Cadillac Buick GMC. They got deals for everybody. Scan the QR code on the screen to see their massive inventory. Make sure you go and hit up my guy Goran. He'll get you into the car you want. West Stanford Chevrolet Cadillac Buick GMC.com.
What up, welcome back to Woodward Heavyweights Live, WoodwardSports.com. It means you're my small reaction on Chris, Nicholas Koloff. Smash the like button, be a friend, tell a friend, and share the stream. Go! What do you... I mean, we can talk sports. This is sports.
Where's the list?
Where's the list? No, his random ass tweet about the Commanders threatening to stop them from building a new stadium for the name change.
Yeah.
So there's more important stuff.
Yeah.
You are. Your dad's Indian, isn't he? Native American?
What? Native American, yeah.
Does he have a take?
Not the other one. Huh? Does he have a take? I don't know, dude. I don't know. I don't think so. I think my dad made the joke the whole time about, my dad made the joke the whole time that they should just keep their name the Redskins and change their logo to a potato. So they can just be the Redskin potato.
That's the most dad fucking
it's
joke.
A super
ever.
dad joke.
Kind of funny.
And I do, I forget Terry was talking about it, because obviously Terry's got sources everywhere, and he said that they just wanted the logos changed. That they were fine with the name the Redskins or the Indians. Or,
What? That's stupid. That's the same thing.
I mean, nah.
If it's offensive, you just touchdown. Like you
the
hear it
Indians
every
logo
time?
is literally just like it was red face. Like,
oh no, the Indians, yeah. I thought you were talking about the Redskins.
No.
I'm looking up these over-unders for my boy Chris. So I want to go over them. Christopher, do you remember any of them?
The over-unders?
Yes, I do. Give me a second here.
Don't we have more videos in Swag?
We did not go through the Alex Anzalone one.
Yeah.
Do we want to do that?
We talked about it with Nolan Bianchi a little bit, but we haven't listened to it yet. Yeah, let's play this. So obviously this is from Nolan Bianchi from camp today. Alex Anzalone is there, but he's not participating, and here's what he had to say.
Alex, this is like a month and a half off, but is this something that could possibly delay you playing this season?
No.
What, do you expect to practice at all this preseason? I mean, is that
Yeah, I hope so. Yeah.
Okay.
Stoic. If you, Doc, he's being kind of mean to Doc. But to be fair,
Him and Doc got beef.
Yeah, Doc did tell us the history behind that one.
Him and Doc got beef.
But he was asked if he's going to miss any games. He said no. So is he going to? Will he get his money?
You got to be ready to play.
If you're going to play the games, like what is Brad in fear of? You know?
I don't think they're in fear of anything. That's why he's not paid yet.
I do think no one was onto something. We're talking about Dan Campbell. The fact that he keeps mentioning Dan Campbell.
Dan Campbell wants this man to get paid for sure.
Yeah.
You could tell.
Pro Anzo.
How much Pro Anzo for sure all day. You could tell how much of a difference he made in the defense in that Vikings game. You saw it. Like, it was palpable. When he was out there, he was flying around making plays. The guy is a tone setter, and he's a veteran. So, yeah, I hope they get the deal done, but it sounds like he's not going to miss any of the games anyways.
At first, I thought it would get done. I was like, yeah, you kind of, but one, he just came out and said, I'm still going to play the games, which, all right, kind of takes away a little bit of urgency there. Like, we're still going to have
leverage away for sure.
Yeah. Two, the JMO stuff, like, if Brad already kind of came on and gave you heads up, like, hey, we might not be able to pay JMO. Like, wide receivers are expensive. Straight up just told you that.
Yeah.
Unprompted. You got that situation. You got Brian Branch. You got Aiden Hudson. Like, brother, where are we going to pull this extra money out our ass to give you right now? Because you're already going to have to do tons of funky shit. Jared Goff's $69 million cap hit coming up. Penny's got his big cap hit coming up. Amon-Ra, the same thing. Like, you only dick around with these numbers so much to, like, and these are guys that are, like, the pillars of the franchise for years to come. Like, no offense. I'm an Anzalone guy. You know that. Like,
yeah.
I don't know that's happening anymore, you know, and it's unfortunate for him. But if you still want to play the game, just as a business guy, business as usual, bud. Like I'm sorry, I'm upset that you're upset. You're under contract right now. You just told me you're gonna play. We need you to play. You want to win a Super Bowl? We're on the cusp of a Super Bowl. You know, I tell you what, you win the Super Bowl, I'll get you in the head and shoulders. You got a fucking great head of lettuce on you.
That's true.
You know. Play it that way. I don't know. It just sucks for Anzo, I guess.
Is that shoulder still a thing?
Yeah, I think I see Troy Polamalu and Patrick Mahomes whipping all the time.
Oh, yeah.
Shout out to Troy, still getting the bag.
Shout out Troy.
But the Lions like play on that, that level. If they win a Super Bowl, Anzo's blonde hair is for sure. He's for sure getting the commercial.
Yeah.
Fortunately, they got last year. Could have got it last year. Should have got it last year. But
I know Terry Foster wants him back because that is one of Terry's keys to a good defense. Is a white dude that plays linebacker with long blonde hair. So
that's fair.
A dude with a big ass and a white linebacker with blonde hair are two of Terry's keys. Carrie's tees.
Carrie's tees. Yeah, I don't know. I guess I'm just...
Trade Goff, start Hooker, says the Dr. Mario. There's that option.
It would save you money.
It would save you money.
You know, that's not the craziest thing we've heard today.
Not happening.
No.
What do you make of JG's interceptions? Actually,
I literally couldn't care less.
Yeah, I'm not tripping. I think if anybody's tripping, it's really stupid. Maybe some people want us to trip, though. I saw in the comment section we posted on Woodward, a lot of people were like, well, who threw the ball? I mean,
nobody cares.
Why does it matter?
Does not matter at all.
I mean, I guess it's more impressive for Terrion if it is Goff. I'll say that.
Yeah. But don't care.
Okay, I'm probably spun that. Yeah, I thought they were trying to like shit on Goff with them. Like, nobody uses practice. Like, this is where you want to throw interceptions. Like, this is where you want to fuck up a little bit and learn from.
Mm-hmm.
Andy's kind of streaky when it comes to interceptions, so cool, get them all out at practice.
That's
like
fair.
He does like notice that he had the however many games it was without an interception, and then he had like 5 in the next like 2 or 3 games. Like he kind of seems to be, very consistent, and then go off, get a lot of interceptions, then come back.
Anson asks, is Hooker the new Darko? No.
Human victory cigar. Yeah, in that
sense.
In that aspect, yeah. If you see Hooker in the game, it's because they're up by 40.
But again, the reports now, Hooker's fucking killing it. We're second day of that now, too.
But still.
I think he's going to win the backup job.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
He better.
Couldn't care less if he doesn't.
But it's not like he's not taking anything over Goff. There was a time. Brad maybe thought the same thing.
Yeah. Tell us about...
that's why they did that.
He maybe fought for that position.
Got a quick little update for the Tigers. Gleyber Torres, big double, gets on to second. Wenzel Perez gets out, and Riley Green, first pitch, gets out. Another guy left on base, and people want to not re-sign Gleyber Torres. He is 6th in on-base percentage, and this team can't do anything besides Gleyber Torres in terms of right now getting on base and, having good at-bats, and it's just crazy to see it, and people want to get rid of that.
But I don't think they want to get rid of it. Just they got Cole Keith.
Hey, Chav.
They do have Cole Keith.
And then Carey's probably going to be a DH.
Oh, my God. I'm about to explode.
Superstar Riley Green
is not hitting in guys on base right now.
He's on pace.
Leaving a lot for runners in scoring position.
I saw someone tweet he's on pace for 212 strikeouts, the most in Tigers history.
Yeah.
If you've got a crisis like Riley Green, let Ven point the way. Step 1, verify with details and photos. Step 2, engage your attorney. Step 3, notify your insurance provider. Get justice with Ven Johnson Law.
No one gives away more cash and prizes than Woodward Sports. You don't believe us? Here's our latest $10,000 winner.
You know, you guys posted, hey, if you guess all this stuff right, we'll give it's $10,000. I'm like, okay, well, why the hell not?
And the winning doesn't stop there. How about our Outkick Your Coverage winner?
How do you think you won? David Tully, everybody. David Tully. This guy's got a hot girl.
Bigger prizes, bigger giveaways, cash, merch, tickets, and more. All from the biggest sports network in Detroit. No one does it bigger and better than Woodward Sports. Make sure you're following, liking, subscribing on Instagram, Facebook, X, and YouTube for your chances to share in the winning. From Detroit's #1 sports network, Woodward Sports.
Why do we fight? We fight to protect the innocent, to hold the powerful accountable, to bring the oppressors to justice. Why do we fight? We fight to secure and preserve our civil liberties, to get each and every one of our clients the justice they deserve, and to make the lives of real people just like you whole again. ThenFights.com.
Hey, Tony, what's up, bro?
Same circus, different clowns.
For sure. You want the usual, the big zip?
You know me too well.
I threw a little something extra in there for your ma.
Oh,
Hope
man.
she's doing all right.
Ay, guy, sei un santo. You're a saint.
All right, buddy, we'll see you next time, okay?
Grazie.
We don't like to brag that we are the toughest sports network in Detroit, but we do have a guy named Darren McCarty on our side. Woodward Sports.
Gold Crown, ladies and gentlemen, their bread and butter are the concentrates. Crafting elite collab extracts since the caregiver days, Gold Crown partners with craft growers across the state of Michigan to bring you exclusive full-spectrum concentrates, infused pre-rolls, and live resin-infused gummy. The new line, Crown Jewels, is finally here. It's gelatin-free, effect-based, coated in nerds for that extra pop. Find Gold Crown in over 300 dispensaries statewide. Smoke like royalty. All rise for the reign of royal highs, only with Gold Crown.
If you could have anyone in the world come watch you playing a game, who would that be and why?
Michael Jordan or Kobe. I know that goes way back before my time, but those are two legends that not even only in basketball, but just in sports, they set the bar.
Dylan, I don't know how to tell you this. Kobe Bryant's dead.
I just that's yeah.
What an idiot!
I mean, I think he just meant like anybody.
He didn't say
you could have anybody. He said anybody in the world.
Okay, well,
he's not in the world technically.
Okay,
but
the metaphysical maybe.
Yeah,
I could see maybe
if he was. I'm sure if you asked if you could have anybody ever.
I'm very surprised he didn't say Patrick Mahomes.
That's true. That would probably be worse.
I don't want to go too hard at Dylan Raiola because his dad's an absolute fucking savage.
His dad is a psycho.
Gangster motherfucker.
Yeah.
I don't want no
His
problem.
dad will pull up here.
Did you know that when he retired, he started like a rap label? Like, that's how.
What label?
I don't even know. Chris is a long neck records.
There's some talent on
Raiola.
I think Dylan Raiola. I think he's good. So I'm not. Are you guys out on Dylan Raiola?
No, he can't be out. He was a freshman last year.
Right. I think a lot of the Michigan guys are.
He's gonna be fine.
You've been a Dylan Raiola guy.
No, Nick's a big Dylan Raiola guy.
Yeah, I think he's gonna be pretty damn good, and I think he'll be pretty good this season. To be honest.
What about Nebraska as a team?
8 wins, maybe.
Because you guys got him on the schedule for Michigan as well.
Yeah, I think that's gonna be a harder game than
Going
people
there,
give
right?
Credit to. Yeah.
Doesn't Nebraska have like a super cake schedule? I'm pretty sure
they did last year. That's why I was buying into Nebraska. But I also wasn't expecting like Illinois and Indiana to be hot shit.
I think Nebraska is gonna be like the Indiana of this year. Like I think I think Michigan's like their toughest game.
Dude, I think Indiana's coach is legit.
Sig.
You're shooting some bodies with it though.
Sig and Yeah. Signetti.
A what?
A cigar for Signetti.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Michigan is
No, they do
Nebraska's
play
like-
Penn State.
they play
He
Penn
almost
State.
got me.
And Iowa.
Iowa sucks.
Iowa does suck.
He got you. No, he didn't.
No, he didn't. He almost got me. You read it. Yeah. You read what he was trying to get you to read.
I love you, Nick. You're the best. Nebraska plays Cincinnati, Akron.
There's a path.
Oh, dude, this is a cake schedule.
There's a path. Let's look up some odds here.
I can see them being the
I got
the
USC,
Indiana
Michigan.
of last year.
USC, Michigan, Penn State. Actually, no, it gets tougher in the back half for sure.
I don't get the USC
Iowa.
love.
I mean, it's not love. It's a tough out.
I wouldn't say love. I just think that Jordan Mailata is a very good quarterback. The rest of their team, raging question mark.
Nick, there's a question in here from you. Mailbag from the Dundada. Who the fuck do you think you are?
I am.
Nebraska to make the playoff plus 550.
Whoa.
Courtesy of Cedar Sportsbook. Sign up. Woodward 1000.
Shout out. All right. I don't think they're bringing Torres back. It's a super cheap organization.
Casey Mize just strands 2 there. I think you
There you
should
go,
bring him
Case.
back because, like I just said, he's 6th in on-base percentage. This team needs the quality at bat every single game that Gleyber Torres brings. I think he's been one of your most consistent hitters all year. Obviously, Riley Green strikes out a lot, but Gleyber Torres sets the table to allow Riley and Spencer Torkelson to hit in all of those runs.
I just think
And I think it'd be
I
a
know
big
it's what you
mistake.
want. I'm just saying, like, I don't think they'll do it. Is pretty much what I'm saying.
You probably put McGonigal at short next year, you know? I almost came in with a hot take that McGonigal might have a path, but Javi came back from the injury.
That's true. It's the offense.
I mean, if Trey Sweeney's getting at bats, anybody can.
Yeah, if
Yeah,
McGonigal
sure.
keeps ripping up Double-A, I mean, I'll come in with a more.
Isn't Clark slamming more than him, though? He's doing a lot better.
Both of them are doing great.
Yep.
Which is exactly what you want to see out of your 2 top prospects when they get called up. And hopefully, keep it up.
Is McGonigal lefty or righty?
Lefty.
They're all lefties.
Wow, that's so
Literally
crazy.
everybody,
prep
even the kid we
lefties.
drafted is a
Nuts.
lefty. But Chris Rodriguez is a righty.
We got like 5 years, so he's even more.
Yeah, 5 years till he's 22.
Yeah, like
Lorenzo's
6 years.
Lorenzo's a switch hitter.
He's probably gonna get traded.
He's probably gonna get traded
Because you need a righty.
Rayner right?
Rayner's
Rayner
left.
is a lefty.
Oh, jeez.
Rayner is a lefty.
Briseño.
Briseño is a lefty. Clark is a lefty. McGonigal is a lefty. The kid they drafted this year is a lefty. I mean, hey, if you're good enough, you should see. I'm not giving them the excuse of, oh, we need righty bats because no. If you're a good hitter, you should be able to hit both sides of the rubber no matter where you are.
And speaking
That's
of
fair
that
point.
second baseman that we have, Cole Keith can't hit lefties for shit. And Riley struggles
Neither
in big
can Riley.
times.
Yeah.
Is he still higher
I mean,
OPS than Glaber?
What?
No, not anymore.
Keith did for like,
He did for like a day.
yeah.
No. And he can't play against lefties, really. He has like
Nobody
a
on our team can play against lefties.
450 OPS.
That's why we need to trade for somebody who could play every day.
Winsell's
because we have a
probably-
team full of guys that can only hit one side of the rubber.
Winsell can hit lefties.
Well, that'll do
About
it for us today. Appreciate you tapping in. Make sure you smash that like button for Eazy, for Nick, for Skywalker, for Justin, for Chris. I'm Spencer with the Heavyweights. See you tomorrow. Peace.